second gear synchro.
Oh no! Happy with the seating position. Wow!
Oh, just like that. I'm at Oulton Park, the salvage auction, to pick up my new race car. This is going to be the 2025 race car, and I'm buying it from a salvage auction. It's a good way to start, isn't it? But it is potentially, right? It's potentially going to be a very good race car. It's one of the last models of this particular car that were ever made in the country, that was ever made in the Japans. It's another Toyota. It's an MR2. I bought an MR2, right? Remember, I didn't want to race my red Peril, the Spider-Merd. Spider-Merd's been just a rotten egg, really. I've done so many things to that car, which is just like fitting my own windscreen twice, yeah, and using a Sawzall to get the old windscreen, just stuff like that. It's just not, you know. Anyway, so I'm just waiting for my car to come out. It runs and drives, so hopefully they're going to drive it out. But we're at Oulton Park, so I guess it could end up coming out on a loader.
There must have been an angel by my side.
All right, there she is. So it's had a minor front end, category N. Don't worry about that. It's not going back on the road. So this is a facelift 55 plate, joint newest car I've ever owned. 20 years old next year, both of them. Just having a quick look over. It's pretty standard. It's got some press plates. I just spotted the polybush in the roll bar. It's interesting, isn't it? But yeah, just standard car. Obviously facelift. These are a 6-speed as well, being one of the last ones. The red cloth, which is quite nice, but I don't think that's worth any money. The roof, yeah, we're going to find some mould in there, I think, but that's all good. The facelift cars also have 16-inch rear wheels, 15 front, 16 rear. We can't run that in the championship, but yeah, let's get back to the barn and get it on the ramp, see if I bought a lemon or not. I won it for, my maximum bid was £750, yeah? It's done 74,000 miles. And my maximum bid was 750, and then it got bidded up and bidded up, bidded up. I ended up winning it for 950. With the fees and everything, it was just over 1,200 all in. So, did I buy a lemon? Why have I got a washing machine in the back? Don't worry. Back to base. Just have a quick look over it before we go inside. I'm going to put it on the ramp and we'll have a look, but it looks like it might have been looked after. It's giving me some good vibes. Painted calipers, silver, and it's got Bridgestone tyres front and rear. Yeah, 215 rear on the factory facelift cars. What's the front? Is it a 185? Oh, that's going to be so good, man. 185, 215. Oh, I bet that drives nice. This is giving me good vibes. So far, so good vibes, yeah? Look at the dielectric grease on the battery terminal. It's just clean, isn't it? And I've never seen a heat shield look so clean before either. That looks, surely someone painted it, maybe cleaned it up and painted it a little bit. But yeah, everything looks pretty good in here. What's the engine oil look like? Engine oil is not clean. Okay, you can't win them all. It might have been sat for a while. Yeah, can't win them all, can you? But overall, pretty good. All right, let's see if it starts. Sounds pretty good. 74,900, so basically 75,000 miles. It's pretty fresh in here. These seats are in good condition. I wonder if they're worth anything to Mr. J Specker. Try put the roof down. Oh, it's the weather for it, I guess.
Real fucking sweet inside, isn't it?
Tiny car, man.
Until you got in it.
Oh, sporty.
I feel like something's stopping it.
Yeah, I think something's stopping it.
It's like the glass is stopping it.
I've never owned one with a roof before.
That'll do. Looks real sporty, man. You'll feel the wind in your skullet. Nice, look at
What a
this
little
thing.
weapon. Sounds good, doesn't it? Oh, beast.
Feels fresh.
There you go.
Thanks.
I can't believe how nice it is.
Tidy, innit?
Yeah.
What's it beeping at me for? Because the roof's not on.
Maybe roof door engine.
I've never owned one with a soft top before. Seatbelt!
Even
Oh,
the
no.
seats though, like they're not fucking, they're not
Yeah,
got
yeah,
shit
yeah.
all over them.
It's tidy, innit? What a
It's a bit of
purchase.
a waste really, isn't it?
It's not a waste. We look at like the brake calipers and
I
stuff.
know, they all look new.
Video today. This is all about getting the new MR2 road registered, which is not something we've really done before, have we? Made a car, I don't know. Well, this year the focus is changing ever so slightly. The focus is changing. Now, why do I want a road legal MR2? Well, if you've been paying attention to some of my other social media posts, which you can follow me on all the usual things and that, I've got a season pass this year at the Nürburgring. A season pass, that means I can do as many laps as I want. You pay a few £1,000s, you pay a considerable chunk of money at the start of the season, and then instead of paying 25-30 euros a lap when you're at the Nürburgring, you can just go. And I bought that as kind of a motivation to get us out there more, and there's going to be some fun things happening, some fun Nürburgring things happening. What we need to do to get this car road legal again is basically fix the front end. Okay, so this car was involved in an accident last year, a front end accident. It was a category N, which means non-structural. This could be a nice car, but as you can see, not so cool. So we just need to work out what's going on. I've ordered a bumper, a crash bar and some headlights. The car is completely original. It's a facelift with the 16-inch bigger rear wheels. I've got the battery. I haven't got the battery on charge. I'm very worried about leaving batteries on charge. It's not something I like to do if I'm going away, but this car very well looked after. We need to have a look over it, see if there's anything else that may fail on the MOT. We're going to put it through the MOT as a completely standard car, and then we're going to rip it apart. So that'll just give me, you know, a ticket's worth of road driving. It's a bit of a scam, I guess you could. It's not a scam. If you've got the pennies, I've got the scams. That's all I'll say, right? But if we get it road legal before we tear into it, it'll just make our life so much easier. A little bit of rust coming through there, but cool. Let's get started then. So our first job is going to be to remove this front bumper. There's loads of stuff on this car which my car didn't have. I mean, because it's a facelift for one, but for two, it's an original car. When I bought my other MR2, it was basically already a scrapper. You know, it was either going to get scrapped or get raced, or, you know, banger racing or whatever. But we've got these like air guides as part of the under tray. One there, and another one there. So there's a few at the back as well. I mean, what will they really do? I don't know, but they're there for a reason, right? So, yep. So this car even still has air conditioning. So the question is anything else bent? So we've got where the crash bar goes on. So yeah, that shouldn't be like that. So this was down as being a non-structural. Maybe this is normal in the UK. Maybe you are more aware of these things than me, and you can let me know. But there's some seam sealer here which has cracked. Can you see it? Can you see how it's cracked? So this has gone this way a little bit. This is a little bit bent where the bumper should go. Nothing too crazy. So this support here, so the radiator support's there, right? Down the side of the chassis leg, the bit of metal there and the bit of metal here are both bananaed. You can actually see the crease there. So how is that not structural? I think that's the structure of the car, right? I thought non-structural stuff was like stolen recovered, or you know, broken glass, or maybe, you know, or the bumper or the light or something like that. But this is more than what I was expecting. Okay, so we don't have the parts, the new parts, until for a couple of days. We won't have the new parts. May as well see if we can try and make this a little bit better. I might just check with Andy, Mr. J-Spec, if he can send me these things as well. It's almost like that needs to go, in. Maybe they're at different angles, you know, maybe we're not completely compatible, but this side's going to be a little bit more challenging. The inside ones are pointing out and the outside one is pointing in. That one's snapped. That one's not much better. All right, let's just hang tight. Let's wait until we get some parts off Mr. J-Spec. All right, it's a few days later and we got some presents from Mr. J-Spec. We've got a new front bumper, new front headlights, and a new crash bar. It's not a million miles away. I did notice earlier when I was showing Ed the car, notice this kink here. And also, I think we spotted this last time, but yeah, the frame's kinked here. We can change this stud, but these two, we can't even get in there, so... Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. It's not perfect, obviously. But didn't have to do anything drastic, and you know, is it as good as it was when it was new? Obviously not, but you know, I mean, it's not really, I need to bolt it properly, but it kind of fits. Okay, so this is when the ratchet straps start to come out. I've noticed, yeah, I'm gonna nearly pull the car off the ramp here. I've noticed a bit of seam sealer which is cracked, and I'm thinking I just need to give it a little nudge, and I'm hoping here that just a little bit of pressure in the wrong direction will fix all of my problems. But yeah, this is when it really starts going downhill. Look at that, I mean, it actually looks pretty good, right? Just putting some final screws, some more screws in. Okay, it's not 100% on the colour match, but it's silver, right? It's silver. That is until I lower the bonnet, the hood, for the first time. Oh dear. I decided to press on and do some checks for the MOT anyway, so I'm checking the lights now and just having a look around the car. There's more of a gap at the back, right? And it's just, no matter what, it's falling on the headlight here, and then, you know, got the gap. I've tried to just like tard wrangle the hinges to just make it work, but no. None of this looks like really, none of it looks really bent. It just looks, I don't get it. Maybe it's fucking, I can't see anything. I'm not a fucking expert or anything, but I can't see anything. Thank you. Okay. Yes, it's an extender. Got a CD for us. Right, the question is, do we want to put the roof down or not? I don't know if I'm ready yet. Anyway, first drive, I forgot to do the tyre pressures. We do need to give it a bit of a rag, get the cats nice and hot for the emissions. This car still has what's known as the pre-cats, right? It's the cats in the exhaust manifold, which fail on these cars and actually destroy the engine. So I'm wondering if I want to change that before I take it to the ring. Maybe I'll put my exhaust on it from the race car. All 140 horsepower gone wild. I do feel like I'd be having more fun if we got the roof down though. I don't think you're probably supposed to do it at speed, but going 30 mile an hour, that should be fine, right? Is that it? Oh, yes. Air brake. I don't think, that's not what I had in mind. Nice spot for a picture. Don't look at the bonnet, look. Oh. So close yet so far. Clutch slip. Clutch slip. But will it pass the MOT? Let's find out. Alright, we got a pass. The video is complete. Now we can make it fast at the Nürburgring and maybe even make it straight. That's not meant to be there, okay? This corner is, right? So the chassis legs, we're going to give them both, this one less so, but this corner is crumpled in a little bit. It wasn't supposed to be. It was meant to be a cat end. We're not going to keep crying about that, don't worry. But hey, the system works. Okay, so there's a bit of a crease here. Okay, looking pretty good now. I'm happy with that, just about. It's not perfect, but it'll be perfectly fine. The car has just decided to put a spanner in the works slightly. Oh, this is on now. Look at this, and look at the gap. You know, it's a lot better than what it was. Remember when we had the MOT? Look at this here. The fluid and the fluids, the shocker's blown.
That's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, at least it can't rust.
People crave the banter. Just be careful here, because once the knuckle's free, it wants to... Well, these are definitely off a breaker. So the plan for the brakes for the Nürburgring will be, well, we'll have some Dixel on there eventually, but for now we're just going to take the car as is, right? And the brake pads are already, they've got plenty of life, but I'm just a little bit worried about the brake fluid. If you didn't know, a brake pad, a weak brake pad, when you're on track, it can provide insufficient kind of bite, you know, it can go a bit numb. The pedal can still be rock solid, but you're just not slowing down. It's not a great feeling. Worse than that is when the brake fluid boils, and that's due to, you know, either the brake fluid not being a high enough spec for the vehicle. If you've got like a heavy car, you might find this, or it might just be pretty old and might not have been changed recently. So what we'll do is, I've got quite a lot of brake fluid spare, right? And we've got all racing stuff from Miller's and Dixel and some other stuff floating around, and yeah, we'll just change the brake fluid to some racing stuff so that if we do have any brake fade or failure, hopefully the pedal will stay firm. I would prefer to have a firm pedal and just not enough braking force than, you know, to cook the brake fluid. And I think I can get away with that still being part of the standard car, you know, because we're going to change the engine oil to Miller's as well, and I don't think that's not breaking any rules, is it? The engine oil is the only thing that kind of lets this car down. I think it might have been sat for a while, this car. The engine oil is very dirty. I really don't want to change the clutch. I'd rather just manage it, but then if we go to the ring and we have a slipping clutch, then obviously that's going to, if it slips whilst we're on track, then it's going to hurt our lap time, isn't it? I think we probably should change the clutch. We've driven it once and the clutch was slipping quite bad, right? So it's not going to get any better. Once the clutch starts to slip, we should change it, right? We'll just put the old one in from the old engine. If not, it's an XED. It was in good condition before. I got a fear about doing the clutch, right? I don't want to do it because this car is an original road car, right? And I was hoping I would have better toolage by the time it came to actually doing anything on it. I really want to get an air hammer. I've been talking about it on my Discord for a while, and when it comes to getting these drive shafts out, we might have a problem. We might struggle to get them out. Okay, sorry that it's noisy, but what we're interested in here, if we can get that to move ever so slightly. If we can get it to move, then we're on to a winner, and it shouldn't be such a bad job. If we can't get it to move, then we're in for a bad time. Okay, are you feeling lucky? Yeah, boy! Okay, that's good. Very, very good start. There's a person on my Discord right now having a very bad time trying to get these to move. And here we are. Hopefully this one will have such as good luck. Yeah, boy! Unfortunately, that means that we now must change the clutch because we don't have any excuses. But I'm very happy about that. That could have been a pain. Sign of a good car, perhaps, maybe. Okay, one under tray off. Yeah, it looks fresh under here. I guess having the under tray has helped it. The subframes on these aren't coated really, so they tend to rust, and this one's definitely got some corrosion, but it's not terrible. Right, it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. It's been a while since I've had the gearbox off, but one thing that kind of sucks about these cars taking the gearbox off is 3 of the 4 engine mounts reside on the gearbox. That's annoying because we need to take the gearbox off. But what we're going to do to start with is we know the shafts are free. This is a huge thing. It makes me feel all warm inside toward the car. This car being a facelift, it has a few more bars and support stuff going on that obviously we want to We don't need to take them off, but I don't want to break them. So the only issue we're going to have is that these may never have been off before, right? Rear pads aren't amazing, they'll be fine. So there's a bearing bush, which is what I've heard. It's a spherical, basically a sealed spherical joint on the lower hub on these, and I'd rather not disturb it, but we do need to swing the arm out to get the drive shaft out, so I might do it on the inside one. But then the problem we're going to have, or the problem we might have, 20-year-old car, if the bolt has seized to the inner ace of any of these bushes, we're going to have a bad time. Simple as. This can also spin, and we can have a bad time here on this one. This is the toe arm. Let's just start doing stuff and see what happens, I guess. I'm gonna have to face it sooner or later. I'd rather not face it today, but here we are. That looks like it's coming out. That was incredibly painless compared to how it could have been. We're off to a very good start. I'll try and not get covered in rust if I can. Am I in frame? Because I got a fucking mouthful. Let me get out of the way. This is going very well. I mean, it's obviously still rusty, and we've got a lot of MR2 on the floor, but this is a ball joint, so it can do ball joint things, you know. Depends how stuck it is. It wasn't tight, I'll tell you that. I mean, I'm using a massive aviation spanner, so maybe that's helping. All right, we should see some rust fall down now. Wow. There's something going on here. Someone's tricking me. This is all coming apart. Very nice. I sound grateful, but it's spooky. Right, I need to break the drive shaft out of the seal on the inside now. This is always fun. Well, this is quite sad. I had a perfect piece of wood last week and I can't find it. But I found another piece of wood, so maybe this will work. So I'm going to try and hit this here and shock it out. Oh, easy money. What's going on today? It's crazy. Yeah, it's come out. If any of you remember back in the day, I used to absolutely hate working on the MR2 because it would just never a pleasurable experience. I mean, obviously I'm more, oh God, don't. We don't want to break that seal. Obviously I'm more experienced now, but still, you know. Right, I want to be able to, that's going to be in the way. So the problem I've got now is this guy is in the way for me to pull the hub out as far as I want, so I'm going to have to see if that'll play ball and come out. Right, that's ridiculous. This is coming apart easier than what my race car did, which has been in a million pieces a million times. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that had no business being that easy. Let's see what this side says. So this side's a little bit different because we've got the intermediate bearing. We still have to undo just as much, but we've got there's no ring to try and break free inside the box. So it's a little bit easier. Lovely stuff. Hey, little Milwaukee's doing good too. There we go. Grease. Fucking what, mate? So I think we're about ready to drop. Drop your trousers. Donald, where's your trousers? I've also changed the music up a little bit. I've lowered the engine at the top on the engine thingamajiggy. I feel like there's something still connected that shouldn't be. If I lower the engine more, what will happen is the top of the engine will come down towards this as well. So it might be better actually to raise the engine up and it'll pull it away and might have more chance. I'll try that. You just keep an eye on the gearbox and catch it if it falls. Okay, now we should be able to get it out. Oh yeah, it's very keen to come out now. Hope I'm strong enough. Wow, I didn't even forget about any wiring. That's crazy. Oh yeah, the clutch looks pretty sad. So rusty. Why is the clutch rusty? And now for my final trick. Wow. Wowcha. Thank you. I think, in my honest opinion, that this car was stood for a lot longer than what well, actually, the MOT, it was last MOT'd March last year, and then it seemed to have a crash in summer. But this looks like it's been parked up outside for a long time, because they have, you know, there's like an inspection hole back here, and you know they're not completely airtight, and it's just steel, so it rusts up, you know. What I'm saying is the clutch might have actually got better. It might have just had a bit of shit on it, and it might have actually got better after I drove it for a little bit, which I didn't drive it for a little bit. I've only driven it to the MOT and back, so maybe, well, it's not like I'm going to regret putting a better clutch in it, right? Because it was slipping, and it's very rare that a slipping clutch will get better, but I mean, looking at this, looks to me like there was a chance that could happen. I don't know what you think. You're the internet experts after all. Where's this last? Where's this? Oh, is it you? I don't think this is the original clutch. Oh, it says Toyota on it. It's certainly not a good condition clutch. It feels smooth. If these mating surfaces were, you know, corroded too, then maybe my theory about it burning off would work. But look, that is super smooth. This side's not too bad. The flywheel side, I think this is. I think that's the gearbox side. Anyway, one side is definitely way more battered than the other, but yeah, they're both. It's knackered, definitely knackered. That's cool. And yeah, I didn't think it was Toyota because it doesn't have springs. It has these little whatever they are, some kind of different kind of damper. But just say Toyota just there. If you can make it out. It's not what we want at the top, is it? Uh-oh. See how this clutch locks.
I mean, it's definitely had some heat in it, but it looks a lot better than the other one. Made in Japan. Yeah, look at the heat marks. But I mean, it drove fine, so hopefully it'll be fine. So I guess that kind of puts more perspective on how bloody shiny this one is, right? You can see how you can't really see much of the threads, let's say. It's just all shine, whereas at least on this one you can still see some of the friction. It's still shiny, but you know, it's had a little bit of abuse. Putting a used clutch in a car, I'm sure this might divide. I'm sure this might divide the old comments a bit, but it's noticeably thicker, this clutch as well, so yeah, it's gonna be awesome, basically. All right, let's get it on the car. All right, we're back under the MR2. Look at the build up here of dust and, well, it's just brake dust, look at that. Ugh. $15mm Halford socket, fits in the middle pretty good. That gives an idea, like. I am not as strong as what I once was. Ta-da! I will get some bolts in now. That was a bit of an effort. And now for my last trick, we shall be doing the alignment. First task, I'm going to tighten up all the suspension that we left loose. I think I can remember what the torque specs are. If I crank on that, it's going to push the out of the wheel, back of the wheel out, right? You see it? So bring it in, push it out. Bring it in, push it out. Bring it in, push it out. So I think probably somewhere around there is probably going to be about right. I think we will go for a smidge of toe in, just given the sogginess of it. I don't really want to crash it at the ring. So that's 77 and 70. So we've still, well, so sorry, no, we've got it a bit too far. So if we just wind that back a little bit. Back a little bit, go about there. 72, so a little bit more, we're close. A little bit more, like that with the salt. A little bit more. $73 and a half. 74, okay, we're happy with that. Now, try and tighten this up without it moving. I'll just double check the measurement. So we've got 1/2 mil of toe in, that's basically nothing. But you know, Scuba Steve likes it safe, I don't know, does he? 72, perfect, thank you. Oh, that'll do, donkey, that'll do. Well, I just did a little road test in the car to test the brakes, the suspension, obviously got new struts, the clutch and everything. The clutch feels kind of low, but it's working pretty good. They're not adjustable to throw, it's a hydraulic clutch, so there's not a lot I can do about that. But yeah, it drives pretty good, pretty sporty on these little narrow roads. Yeah, I'm gonna take it to Oulton on Wednesday. Do a little, let's scratch the door. No, I just didn't wash it properly. Yeah, this tail light isn't working for some reason, so maybe have a look at that. But yeah, it drives pretty good on the road. Feels okay. Very much looking forward to getting a seat in it, but I'll
we'll do our first trip just in standard trim, I think, and the Nordschleifer, and we'll get a real idea of what the crack is. But these cars on a road like this, on a Brexit country road, and I mean the weather today is pretty nice too. It's like 16 degrees C, and you know, it's just nice, man. Like, this is really good vibes. I'm joyfully driving. look at how joyful I am in my little car. Yeah, look, if I put the hazards on. Oh, it is working now. Oh, what? So it's the brake light that's a bit funky in there, and it's that guy no worky there. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure, why not? So the car drove pretty good then, felt a little bit floaty at high speed, but it's all rubber bushes and, you know, old tyres. It's also got a bit of a wheel wobble as well, which I've just been around the car and checked, and I can't see any reason for that. So I'm wondering if these tyres are just, you know, they're old tyres, right? These are old tyres, so yeah, we'll see. I can't see any bulges or anything like that. And then the wheels have got weights on them. I actually balanced the front wheels when I was getting the MOT done. So maybe it's worth checking the rear wheels on a balancer. I might try and do that before we do drive to Germany. I've just noticed as well that I think the rear pads are a bit lower than what you want to go and drive around on track with, especially because typically, you know, factory spec pads can't really take the abuse. Like there's probably about Half-Life the video game on the front, but on the rear there's not a lot, maybe like quarter of the original. Anyway, I've got some OEM style rear pads from the other car anyway, I think. So we'll just swap them over. Yeah, like Mintex or something, can you see?
And then
I spent a bit of time trying to get the handbrake to work properly, and yeah, long story short, did not. It's 8:20, and there were some other things that I was supposed to do. That's nice, isn't it? Oh, can you see? I'm driving to Oulton tomorrow, so I just need to get tidied up and get away now. Maybe it's not going to rain tonight, so I'll maybe just try and fix that in the morning, I guess. Well, this is funny. It's 10 PM, and I think someone forgot to plug the headlights in. That's probably why it was doing that indicator thing yesterday, wasn't it? I think it was. I think we better go back inside and fix that then. Okay. Well, that was annoying, wasn't it? Okay, cool. See you at Oulton. Hey look, I made it. It's a little bit windy, but we made it. Yeah. You know what that means. This is going to be slow as fuck and we might crash. By the way. Yeah, well. Go on, quick. No sound test, nice. Go steady. I can't really see out at mirrors either.
You want to move them?
No, I can't. They won't go further out. I think I need to change them. Wow.
How old are these tyres?
11 years old, I think.
11? That's not as old as I thought they could be.
You can feel it, can't you?
Yeah. Whoa! So fast.
Yeah.
A little bit sideways.
I had to let off to let him by, we're fast.
He obviously obviously ain't got the power of them made. No, don't kill me there. Don't kill. I've had a bad experience.
I weren't expecting that.
That just came out of nowhere.
Proper long gears.
Yeah. This will not be quick on the track if you don't change there. Is he a shorter box?
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah, you need that.
This is 175 top speed, the new one's 135.
175?
Yeah, theoretically,
Yeah, I was gonna say, it'd never do it. Sideways, aren't we?
Minor problem averted.
Oh, can't have any fun on these trains anymore. Now then, welcome to Germany. I'm about 10 minutes away from the Nürburgring. We're officially starting the Nürburgring season. This year is all going to be about the special place, the 13-mile, 20-kilometre track. And the first victim, or should I say, the first little treat for us is going to be spending a lot of time in this MR2. So I'm going to be to and from Germany over the next couple of months, all year, hopefully, if it all goes well. I got here last night, quite late on. I was racing at Brands Hatch yesterday. Yeah, car was fine all the way, no issues. A little bit of a wheel vibration on the Autobahn. I was cruising at about 120 mile an hour, pretty much flat out in this thing for quite a long time. So, you know, we best check the engine oil and stuff like that. But I'm just having a check over the car now. I found that the bonnet hinge was loose for some reason. When I opened the bonnet, it actually scuffed the wing, which is a bit annoying, but it's done that, you know, enough times. Obviously, we've had enough pain with this front end now, right? But I think how I'm going to structure the videos anyway, just in case you're wondering where the track action is, I'm going to do vlogs, you know, bits about the track and all that. And then every time I come to the track, or every time I come to Germany, I'll post one ring lap on my channel from that time. It'll probably be the fastest time, right? So what can we do in a completely standard MR2? I think obviously we're going to be trying to get under, I think the 9 minutes 30 seems about right. But yeah, I got quite a lot of stuff. So there's a little storage thing here. Obviously got some of the good stuff with me, but on this shelf as well. Yeah, we'll probably lose a bit of storage space by putting the cage in, I guess. But yeah, I got that. That's full of like air inflator and stuff like that. And some of which I'm going to take to the track with me. Obviously, I want to let some air out the tyres when I go around the track tonight. I'm going to try and drive as much as possible. I think the car will do it. So I'm just going to lap after lap after lap, right? I think it'll be okay. It's a standard car, right? So I'm going to put a device in that we can monitor the coolant temp and the inlet air temps and, you know, lap timer and stuff as well. But I think it'll be all right, as long as we keep an eye on the oil. We'll check the oil in a minute. In the front here I've got the spare wheel, the tool stuff, and the oil. So, you know, the oil was in the back, but I think it'll be safer in here. I've just put them in there really just to space that out, but I guess it'll come in useful. From National Lighting, hell yeah. Any other sponsors we want to get in? Why not a bit of Miller's oils while we're here? Oh yeah, they gave me this funnel thing the other day. I thought it was something else, but yeah, I don't know if it'll work for the MR2, but it's a little, I thought it was like a Shiwi or something, but it's a funnel. All right, my last job before heading out, I got this stuff, Dual Lock by 3M, right? And I've got it on my little, this is my, you might recognize this from old videos. This is my 10Hz GPS receiver, Bluetooth to the phone. And I've got my phone, which I was hoping to mount with pop rivets here. Right there, I've got a plate for it, which works really well and everything, but I've not got a rivet gun. Didn't have time to get one yesterday at Brands Hatch, basically, but I'm going to mount that there, and that's usually, it's going to be okay because, you know, even if it peels a little bit, you know, it's not going to go anywhere really. But here, obviously, we've got gravity against us. It's all really shiny. You know, it's had some back to black stuff put on, and it's passed or whatever. So I'm going to try the this is just brake cleaner from AutoSmart. another sponsor mentioned already. And yeah, we'll just try and make this as clean as what I can. Just right in this corner here, not if I can still open the dash, the glove box, yeah. Right in this corner here, I'm gonna try and get a sliver of this tape on to stick the phone to, and then I should still be able to see that when I'm driving, hopefully. So someone must have been, you know, back to black or whatever, you know, the dashboard shine stuff. So just try and lift all of that out with some brake cleaner, and hopefully this sticks. Okay, I'm not 100% happy with this, but it'll do for now. I really need the phone screen kind of tilted more at me. Maybe we'll just do that when we come back next time, but for now it's not too bad. Also need to try and get a USB with two 90s. So this has got a 90-degree USB-C outlet here, or input or whatever. If we had two 90s, then we'd be able to use the Siggy lighter, you know, a lot more. I mean, it's not bad. I might just put like a safety cable tie there, but yeah, the phones, the old brake cleaner trick seemed to work pretty good on both. If you're wondering why I've got a teddy in the car, I know it's a bit suspect behavior, but someone gave me that a long time ago, before you know anything like you've seen me, and it's just been in my car since. And it was in the crash when I crashed here that time. It was in the car, and you know, to be fair, I've crashed a few cars with that little teddy in the car, so I don't know. It's called Boo. I don't know. He's a bit of a hoodlum, but maybe he's not such good luck, but I don't know. Just always kind of been in my cars, and I know that's a bit. I'm 32 years old. I think that'll be all right. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so I've got this screen here, which is time, but we're going to be on this screen, which shows the miles per hour. This is a big wide phone, so I don't know if we can actually get more data on there. Oh yeah, I did think about trying to get this thing. You know, you can get like modded firmware for them and stuff, and nah, I don't know. I didn't really like signing in with my Google account to this thing, and I don't know, but we're all sorted now anyway. So track's still not open for 2 hours yet, so I might yeah, I might go and do a little explore. I best check the engine oil actually, and I might need a little top up of fuel. I don't know how many laps we'll get done today. I changed it slightly. We've now got speed, intake coolant, time delta, current lap time, and current lap number, because we'll keep an eye on how many laps we're doing, like each session, yeah. Tonight the track's going to be open for an hour and a half, so hopefully we can get 5 laps in. Seems reasonable. Do 1 lap, drop the tire pressures down, go out, and then just keep driving, hopefully. I think maybe I'll do the first lap with the roof down, and then when I come in to do the tire pressures before going out again, then I'll maybe then I'll put the roof back up. This seemed like a suitable flat patch to check the engine oil. It actually used a little bit more than what I was hoping, but I didn't check it that well when I checked it before and did the service and stuff, so hopefully I just miscalculated. There's a load of this around, these turbo pop and bang and stuff. These lads have just come in as well and done a bit of popping and banging and all that, but they're setting up a gimbal as well, so they're clearly doing something. But there's not a lot of this anymore, is there, in cars? It's all pop and bang and fart and, you know, whatever. But yeah, so let's put about not quite half a litre, but not far off. It was about halfway on the dipstick, so I probably might have put too much in it, you know. So too much is better than too little, but I'm not going to be doing high G's, right? So really the risk, and they're a baffled pan anyway, well, baffled-ish from factory anyway, so but the chance of blowing it up pretty low, but yeah, never impossible, is it? Anyway, yeah, we'll do the first lap like this, and then we'll drop the tyre pressures down after that, and then we'll do hopefully 4 laps after that at least, back to back if there's no red flags. Okay, it's time. Let's go and see what a completely standardish Toyota MRS UK spec can do on the Nordschleife. I think under 9 minutes 30 should be the goal. Under 10 ideally straight away would be lovely, but there's a lot of cars here, so, and a lot of, I mean, I shouldn't be judging people. Stop judging people. Focus on yourself. Focus on your cute little car that you've got here. Oh, oh, look at that there. Have you mounted something to your glove box? I bet it doesn't. Oh, it does still open and function very well, but will this fall off in the heat? Hopefully not. All right, the track's just open, so let's go. On these tyres. I really don't want to rip them to shreds on the first session, you know? Good first lap. I think we should go again and then we'll do the tyre pressures. These tyres, very limiting factor, but good fun. Oh, the track's closed. Something must have happened behind us. Okay, we'll check the pressures in here then. Parking sideways, man. Fucking idiots. 9:34, first lap. Right, so immediately, oh, someone's having a parking nightmare. Track's closed immediately. That's, who could have called it? Well, I think I did before we went out, didn't we? But my bonnet came loose. You know, so the bonnet was loose earlier. I don't think I put it back on right. It's not flapping, I don't think. But you know, my lovely Nürburgring photos there with the roof down might look a bit goofy, but you know, homage to the pain that's happened just to get the car out. 9:34.1 was the first lap time. Very good, very on pace. I thought about a 9:30, so I reckon we can probably put the roof down, and now we know a bit more about the car and the track, maybe we'll be able to go under that a little bit. Wait for the track to reopen and we'll go straight out. Unfortunately, I didn't bring the socket set, so I can't even try and fix this. I get everything else under there, under the hood. Oh yeah, don't forget we're still carrying, you know, a fair few kilos under the hood, some Brexiteers there with passengers in the back. Why not? Anyway, yeah, I gotta get roof up and get ready to go back out. Hopefully the track's not closed for long. Look at this beast. Definitely some joyful vehicles here. Oh yeah, check the tyre pressures, and I started with the fronts at 26 and the rears at 24. And the fronts are at 30 and the rears are at 28, so really limited by the front tyres. The standard tyre size on these is a 185 front and a 215 rear. In the championship they're racing, it's 195 205, and yeah, you only have the problem of oversteer in the race cars, and it seems like the natural feeling from a standard road car like this one is more of a balanced, as we can see from the tyre pressures, I'm leaning on the front tyres more than the rears. You know, we didn't even have any oversteer really. There was a little bit of, you know, the car felt very uneasy over the fast stuff at the back, but 20-year-old bushes, right, and you know, some stock dampers and stuff, so we're not expecting too much. But the track's still closed, unfortunately, so just waiting for it to open. Play some games on my phone or something, I guess. The track's still closed, unfortunately. It's nearly 6 o'clock now, so we got one lap in and it's been closed for, you know, nearly 50 minutes. Apparently, if it wasn't going to reopen, then they would have told us by now. Some people have been telling me, so hopefully we do get some more laps today, because, you know, conditions are great. But apparently it was quite a nasty crash. It was a rental car at Arenberg, which is the corner, I believe it's the corner just before the big uphill. but I'm very excited to go back out. I've just met some lads from Australia, from Straya, who were fans of the channel, so big up the lads. And there's also a Spanish guy here who was friends with our friends from Barcelona. So hello, Mr. Danny. He came over and said hello. He's got an NC, so maybe we'll do some laps with him at some point. Nice NC Brexit spec as well that he's imported over. But yeah, just waiting still for the track to open. I just got a very good email. I'll just share with you quickly whilst we're here. The previous owner of this car, a chap called Mike, saw the car on the channel, and I asked him for some more info over email. He sent me some more info over just now. His son crashed the car, unfortunately, and that's where the damage came from. But he confirmed the suspicions that this car was very well looked after in his presence. He had the quarters and the bumper painted. I thought he might have had a little bit of paint, and obviously he's made it kind of what it was when I bought it, right? It is a good. I know it had a crash and everything, but yeah, he got an agreed valuation off the insurer of 4K, which I think, remember, I'm 1,500 quid into this. I think that's probably a £4 car all day, and if the insurance paid it, then it must be right. Yeah, so yeah, that's nice. So thanks for sending that info over, Mike, and hopefully the track opens soon. Well, it's 6:30 and they've just told us they're not opening the track again today, so we got one lap in. We won't be able to drive TF again until Thursday. GP track tomorrow. Hopefully the car seems all right. I guess I've got a bit of time to check it over, but it only did one lap, and yeah, it seems all right. May as well put some air in the tyres. Do I need to put some air? Should I just leave it? They're at like 22. It'll be all right, won't it? They're at like 22 or something. Maybe I want to save that Milwaukee for emergencies. Maybe we'll go down the petrol station and put some in. So the little adder now doesn't exist anymore. That's good. It's another day. I've been trying to get this to look better, but instead I've just cracked the paint on the bonnet instead. Can you see that? So that's nice. I'm going to stop now. The bonnet hinges were loose yesterday, right? And look, new merch's ideas. There's a Facebook group now, if you're not aware. And yeah, new t-shirt and that. It's a prototype, but by the time you're watching this, anyway, the GP track is open. It's been open for almost an hour. It opened at 4. We're going to go up now and yeah, have some fun. It's open till 8, so we're just going to drive around kind of as much as what we can. We'll get up there, get in the car park, we'll adjust the tyre pressures. It looks sunny, but it's not warm. Like, I've got a hoodie in there because I want to show you this t-shirt, but it's not warm. Let's just stop looking at the bonnet gaps. I was getting a bit nervous at the bonnet maybe coming up as well, but let's not worry about that. Let's get up to the circuit. We're going out tonight on the Grand Prix circuit. Oh yeah, I've put another camera. I'm not a big fan of having stuff on the windscreen, Don't really like having stuff on the windscreen so much, so we'll get that foam mount out of the way. This thing's pretty good, just an Amazon special. The magnet on it's better than my little ring piece thing there, which is meant to go on the back of you. There you go. Yeah, this thing's alright. It's not perfect for a MR2, but we've had worse, haven't we? Let's go. Yeah, the track's really empty, really good. Nice. The car park's empty, the track's empty. I've just lowered the tyre pressures. Actually went a bit lower on the front, which is very unheard of, especially in a rear-wheel drive car, but a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car, especially, I guess. The Panda 100 horsepower. Oh, it's the Brexit one that we saw yesterday. He's having a good time. I'd normally be quite panicky about making sure I'm there. The track opens every quarter of an hour, and then it closes, 2 minutes beforehand or whatever, or 3 minutes beforehand. But because I've got the season pass, I can just go out when I want. So I can go halfway through a session if I want. Just I don't have to go and queue up or anything. But it would be nice to get a picture in there queuing up, innit? That's a nice picture to have. But let's go out. I didn't realise bikers were allowed out as well. There's no bikes out there at the minute though. Are they doing like a bike session then a car session, or the bikers just all waiting to go out together? Oh, slight misfire, lad. Alright, let's go. What the hell? Everyone's all getting out their cars and shit. There might be some competition. I think there's only one guy out there. Oh no, here we go. They're getting the ticket of their life here for 25 euros. Look at all this beautiful weather, open track. And only the biker boys are allowed out. That's cool, isn't it? Nice for them. Nice one, boys. Who said you couldn't come to the Nürburgring on your bike, eh? Wow, so fast. I didn't know this was a thing. Send us out together. It was always good fun, that. We used to go out together. We used to have a laugh, didn't we, biker boys? We used to have a good time, didn't we? Especially when Kevin was here. Well, hope you're having fun. Yeah, it does actually say, I just checked on the thing where they said they were going to ban bikes. They said they can go to the Nürburgring and have exclusive stints, which is what they're getting now, so fair enough. It's weird, it's like in the sun it's kind of warm, but as soon as you go in the shade it's cold, so I don't really want to, and plus, you know, noise and stuff. I'm just going to drive with the roof up, I think. Maybe put it down, see how we get on, see how hot it gets. Still waiting. Fast cars coming up past us now, I think. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was good fun. Let's see about those tyres. So it's not just the tyres, but obviously we're not running any camber really at all, just the stock camber. Let's just check the pressures first. This doesn't seem too bad, but obviously it's a, you know, it's a left-handed circuit, one-handed. Oh, only 27. Did do a cool down that. 27. Maybe we can go up. Maybe we can go up a little bit. I think I started the fronts at 24 and the rears at 25, 28. Look, see, it's weird how they're, you know, I should have maybe gone the same PSI on both. So we've got 28 in the rears. There's going to be 28 as well. 28.5. Interesting. Let's have a look at the physical condition. Actually, it's the rears that are going to be struggling the most. I mean, there's still plenty of tyre there. Outside edge, obviously. Remember, these are 11-year-old tyres, yeah? I've definitely seen worse. I was expecting worse as well. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Not happy with you or you. Yeah, maybe if you do really good this year and we have a really good time and no accidents, maybe I'll take you somewhere nice and get you fixed up good and proper as a nice little treat. But yeah, I'll let the car chill out a little bit. I'll check the engine oil and stuff. And we'll go out again, will we? May as well go out again. Yeah, it's good fun, that, isn't it? Look at the weather and how dead the track was. And if you want to come as a person, that's what I'm saying, you know, I'm not trying to influence you or anything, but that would have cost you 25 euros for that experience there. Not bad, eh? It's the biker boys are back out anyway, so we're not actually missing out on anything on the Nordschleifer. Not quite. You can just see just there. I know I'm using a mobile phone and I'm being lazy, not get out of the car, but you can just see the Nordschleifer. Sounds about German, doesn't it? Yeah, I think I'll only do one more session on the GP. I really don't want to kill these tyres. Let me show you what I'm mostly concerned about. So the track's closed, both tracks are closed tomorrow, the GP and the North Loop. So what we might do tomorrow is just do some car health checks, maybe swap the wheels left to right. Where I'm staying there's a bit of a barn there, which will be our holiday barn, you could say. We'll have a look over the car. I don't think bleeding the clutch is on the agenda. Maybe. We'll see what kind of... I've not brought a trolley jack, so we'll see what's available, but maybe bleed the clutch, we'll see. But yeah, what I'm concerned about is leaning too much on this tyre. Can you see where these... Because they're old tyres, right? They're old tyres, so I'm, I think eventually this will start to detach, delaminate, I think, the outer edge. And obviously I need to drive the car home, don't forget, right? I think I'm right in saying that this side isn't as bad, so maybe we'll left to right. Maybe these cracks are getting worse because of the abuse they've just had. Well, I don't know, they're pretty similar, right? Pretty similar. And the rears are, they're definitely not rolling over as much as what I thought, but I think that's because they're just not grippy tyres, right? Anyway, they've got a bit more pressure in now, so let's get the roof down. Let's get out there. Well, just like that, I couldn't be bothered waiting for the motorbikes to come round, but hey, fast. Oh, everyone's getting back in their cars. Okay, for the content, roof down. Sure the onboard wasn't too good there with all the wind, but we got the Yaris. Hey. Oh, that was good fun. I'm going to stop it there though. I mean, the track's still open for over an hour. You might think, well, you've come all that way, but I'm going to have more fun, I think. I want to give it the fairest chance, right, to see what it can do in completely stock form around the tourist Horthent, and that's Thursday night, Friday night. We'll spend tomorrow checking it over. Today's Tuesday. I wish I could get that looking better, please. I can't believe I did that to the bonnet earlier as well. What a numpty. I just saw that and I was like, what if I just press down? What if I just, and then it bloody cracked the paint, didn't it? Yeah, I went into the gravel slightly on that one as well, so. But yeah, it was good fun. I've got loads of stuff to do, man. YouTube and stuff, might not be the best lines, I'm just making it through along.
with a huge fuel starve. Oh, that's annoying, fuel starve. Oh. I really want to do a really fast lap. Alright, Wednesday. So we've got 2 days of track time left. Well, 2 evenings, which is tomorrow and Friday. Today, we're just gonna check over the car, swap the tyres around, and yeah, hopefully not find anything that we need to fix. But if we do, we'll try and fix it. Yeah. Alright, welcome to the holiday barn. What's going up there in the crow's nest? I don't know. We've not got all the facilities that we might have back in the auto barn, but this is quite an interesting little place, isn't it? Yes, it is. Nice little stablemate you've got there. I think that's been there for a little while. Well, you wouldn't want anything much bigger. All right, first barn video little segment. Hopefully we don't have to do much here. I'm just gonna jack the front of the car up. We'll check for any playing, anything dangerous. We'll swap the tyres left to right and just do the same on the rear, and hopefully this will be in and out in no time. I never said it wasn't sketchy. So the good news is I didn't actually feel anything on track. Like the tyres were going off, but I didn't feel the bushes are 20 years old. But I didn't feel any problems, right? I'm slightly concerned on this front left. There's evidence of some kind of fluid leak. All right, so I've looked over the first tyre and I've just gone all the way around, and it's certainly not healthy. You won't be able to tell on camera, but the tread's starting to slope away a little bit. But I mean, it's really not that bad considering the age. We'll just confirm that actually, because yeah, 0814. So these tyres were made in the 8th week of 2014. So that's 11 years, not 14 years, okay. But slightly concerning is what's going on inside. And also, if you look down some of the spokes, can you see like there's some evidence of something leaking? So what could that be? Okay. I think I know what it is, and it's kind of bad. Yeah, that's not supposed to be wet like that. So I don't think the shockers are very healthy. These are the replacement ones too, don't forget. Obviously couldn't take the punishment, but where's it actually leaking from? I don't know, because like it's not actually gushing out like we had with the one we replaced, but that's definitely the source of it, isn't it? That's a shame. I mean, it's not. We can still drive the car on a leaky damper, on a faulty damper, but it's not good, is it? Let's see what the other side's saying. Shocker is also okay. Although there's a bit of, can you see that inside? This arm looks wet to a point and dry otherwise. This was the side where the damper was leaking before though, right? Those power steering pipes don't look too good all the way in there either. Maybe one for the list. Brakes are okay, no cracks. Brakes are doing pretty good yesterday. I mean, we weren't going super fast, were we? But they were working at least. So we have a damper down. I mean, it could just have been when I was hitting curbs and it's just, you know, chucking a little bit out. You know, it doesn't look completely dead like the other one did, right? It's obviously weeping a little bit, but I mean, I don't think it's excessive enough to like not drive tomorrow or anything like that. It's just a little bit annoying really, isn't it? A slight bit of play.
in this, but you know, could be one of the many 20-year-old bushes. Nothing drastic. Yep, no problem. Engine oil consumption does seem kind of high. Yeah, so it's down to like a third or a quarter. And it was definitely full before I went out yesterday, so that is alarmingly high engine oil consumption. That's annoying. Engine feels pretty good otherwise. Is there anything? I think there might be some like PCV stuff that might get blocked, maybe. That might be causing like excessive crankcase pressure or something like that. I mean, I've got a spare engine, of course, if it comes to it, but that is too much oil consumption. All right, we've arrived at the Prestige MR2 breakers. Look, this is Erkan's shop, his little hobby shop where he works on. There's a 2ZZ MR2 in there, and he also does a bit of braking as well. And he knows Mr. J-Spec and Mr. Sloan as well. The only slight issue is, you might have noticed, we're working on the car. That is because all his spare dampers are loose. But such a nice guy, he told me that no problem. Yeah, we can fit it here. So that's what we're going to do. And look at the condition of that. Absolutely amazing. Perfect. It's like brand new. Hey. Oh.
Finish.
Do you know the
Parkside, yes.
from the little? It's good.
Yes, okay, yes.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't expecting that. We've got the shock changed, fixed and everything ready for tourist farting tonight. What a legend. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Arkham. Hope I'm saying that right. I can't find my key for the car. Nice to meet you.
Bye bye.
Bye. See you soon. Bye.
See you later.
That was a nice experience, wasn't it? Need to stop doing this. I picked the opportunity of a faster lap over having a very internet celebrity in the car for a lap, but we did go faster, so I'm happy, but perhaps not the way to grow the YouTube, is it? Oh yeah, the Nürburgring man has broken down. I'm up to the beer thing to get some beer for someone, and we'll maybe go and say hello. Stalker alert. Alright, we're at the bridge, the Brightside Bridge. Remember I said we might have someone in the car today? Well, they decided to blow up their own car instead. Unfortunately, wasn't able to join us for some very quick laps. So what's happened, Misha?
Well, we put new brakes and new tires on, Nikon CRS, so very grippy. And I think we had a bit of oil starvation in the corners because no baffle sumped. I didn't even check the oil ever since I bought the car, to be honest, so it's probably like 10 years old or something. So anyway, gonna be another project. So break it, build it stronger, repeat, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh well, next time.
Yeah.
I'll take you for a rip, and maybe
Yeah, see you next time. We'll do
maybe we can do some Honda stuff as well.
Either this or somewhere. Yeah, have fun.
Steady on. That wasn't too bad actually. I don't know where all the things have gone, but it seems like there are less of them. Oh, we've got one thing for the car before we go. A special treat special. I'm thinking... Right, that was a right faff to put on there, but look, it's on. I think that's roughly where I put it on my black car as well, so not too bad. Everything is super. Super, super, super. Right, it's time to go home. Super, super, super drive home. Let's go. I like German petrol stations because you can put the thing on, click the thing, it fills the tank, you can clean the windscreen, you can check the oil, and then it's all done. What is that tiny little car? All right, I got about 4-hour drive to Calais, I'll see you there. Very strange toilets, metal doors, big locks, and like just a hole in the floor to shit in. I didn't expect to see that in Germany, but yeah. Now then, it's time to start working on the MR2 to get it ready for the Nordschleife to go back and go fast. Yes, yes. Did you watch my videos when we got this car from Copart? It was going to be a race car. It was going to replace that car. But yeah, we're doing. I'm doing some Nürburgring things this year, and this is going to be a fun little project for us to take back to the Nürburgring and see just how fast we can go with the original 140 horsepower or thereabout engine, the original 1ZZ engine. But we're also going to be building a gearbox as well, which is something which I've had an interesting history with building gearboxes for these cars. I've got a bit excited, you could say. I've got a bit excited about this project, which is fun because, you know, being excited about cars, being excited about something is good, right? And obviously there's other things. I'm going back to the Nürburgring next week to do the van challenge, and I was hoping to take this car. But if we don't get it done, I know another car that will do it just fine. So just realised that we've not actually weighed the car, which is going to be the first job to do. Okay, so the current weight, obviously we took some stuff out of it already, but with that stuff taken out of it is 944. So let's just chuck back in what we've taken out, and we'll weigh it again. So standard road car, as we drove it at the Nordschleife, 1001. How much fuel's it got, Scuttle Man? Oh, it's missing the quarter panel, Scuttle Boy. Ah. Do you want to check the fuel? I'll get the quarter. Third of a tank. Oh, sorry. So we've got a third of a tank of fuel. That's all the panels, the standard road car that we drove under Nordschleife. And we're coming in at 1,017 kilograms. Oh, for you Freedom crowd, 2244, 1,017. It's going well. I've been getting the sound in and out for the past hour or so. It doesn't like it cold, it doesn't like it hot. It's a weird sound in it. It just likes your time, really. Give it your time and it'll come out eventually. Got a guest here, look. What's that saying you back? Oh, it's Mr. J-Spec. Mr. MR2 has joined. What do you think of the progress?
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a clean car. It's
not bad, eh? The lad who had it before me, the bloke who messaged me, he did a lot of work to clean it up, so I think it was a bit of a minger before, but it is nice now. You want that heat shield, don't you, as well, I reckon?
a shame you're going to wreck it, though. It's going to be
I'm not going to wreck it.
I mean, give it a race.
Fastest one's easy. No, it's going to be Nürburgring first. All right, let's get back to business. It's been a couple of days since I painted this. Well, 2 days. I was racing at Donington yesterday. Let's see what the colour match is like. I peeled some of this tape back and it looks pretty good. It's maybe a bit... So the issue with obviously being in the barn is how dusty it is, and you've seen that before, right? I mean, this car, very dusty, right? You know, it's not been long since I washed that. So yeah, the paint will be a bit dirtier, but it should be all right, I think. I don't know, let's see. Will I regret doing this weird line down the side? I couldn't be bothered painting it all, right? I couldn't be bothered painting it all. I know, we're gonna have to do, if it's real bad, which it's not, look at that. I mean, you can definitely tell I painted it, but it's not real bad. I'm gonna have to repaint anyway once the cage feet go in, right? I'm gonna have to probably paint more things, but this is just because, unfortunately, as you saw, I had to get a bit aggressive on removing the tar that was left behind by the sound editing, right? And I left some bare metal, so yeah, I've not painted anything for a while, so that was fun just to have a little go. Hey, I'm pretty happy with that. Let me get the rest of it off and we'll have a proper look. Well, yeah, I don't know what it looks like on camera, but I'm chuffed with that, man. That's really good to say, you know, for one, I've done it, and for two, it was just a quick messy job. It doesn't look bad at all. Got to remember, there'll be a hard top on here, there'll be a cage in here, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but I'm real happy with that. Nice. We're going to continue with the interior of the car now by just finishing off, or certainly testing this battery setup. So just to confirm, we've got a relay here, and we're going to have a switch at the front of the car next to, on the dashboard next to where the keys are, right? And that's going to be my battery cut-off switch. So this is a deadweight lithium battery. This is the one that it will power the M3 as well in its current config. But yeah, this is the one, I've just robbed it, basically. I've stolen it. Hopefully deadweight will send us another one. Yeah, we've got the deadweight lithium battery here. So what we're going to do is the power that needs to go to the starter motor, for example, and the power coming back from the alternator, they're joined together, or they're going to be joined together by this other BMW part. This is from an E46. So the alternator and the battery will go to this. It'll go through a big fuse, come through here into this relay, and then the relay will be connected to the battery live there. And we'll energize that. So this will be one of these two wires. I'm not sure which one it is, but one of them will have to be on a constant live, I presume straight into the battery or straight into the post here, which goes to the battery. Yeah, we'll just energize the relay and the battery should come on. And that'll be a way for me to ensure the longevity of any battery. Obviously, I don't use this car every day, or I'm not planning to, but so what we're gonna do is mount this, maybe I'll give it a quick wash. This is out of the other MR2. We're gonna mount this here, just on the suspension turret just there. So this will go into that, and everyone's happy. Can you see that? Maybe you can't see that. So yeah, we've got a power cable coming in. We'll leave that for now. So the factory Toyota stuff is just joined together, and that's pretty good, that's fine. So all we need to do now is make a nice place for our box to go. We need to make a new mounting hole. So what we'll do to figure out where that's going to go, we'll just stick that on for now, work out where it's going to be happiest. I think it needs to be upside down. So there's a top mounting hole there that I was using before. On the BMWs, this would slide into something and connect that way. We're not going to do that. We're going to put it about there. All right, skip forward a little bit, and it's all done now. Everyone's happy-ish. This box doesn't want to pop off, but trust me. So cable tied, the wire, just the existing wiring in there, and it goes through the firewall into the cut-off switch. Here, look, you're happy, everyone's happy. So now, if I think maybe the switch is the wrong way around, because this is the opposite action than what I was thinking, because the button's pressed in now. But if I press it to unpress, have a listen to the relay. Back off, on. Okay, and there's no dashboard or anything illuminated now, but so there's no dashboard in there to even illuminate. Let's just see if the car will fire up. I don't know if it will actually start with no clocks in it. The wiring room to the fuel pump and stuff's not on, but I think that's a good test, right? You heard it crank really good, right? Let's do the seat. So we want to mount this as far back as what we can, and then we need to have the 6 point needs to, I think it's between, so there's a hole where the belts go through, and the actual mounting can't be more than 20 degrees behind that for safeties. Let's get the rails in. So you've got to remember the helmet takes a bit of room there. That feels pretty good.
So the problem with the SPGs that I've had, because this is an XL, remember, so I have got a little bit more room than what I might want on the sides, okay? So it's made for a bigger gentleman, I think 36-inch waist and above. I'm a 33, 34 at the minute. Yeah, with the narrower sides on the normal SPG, what I can't do, so they're a bit higher as well, and I can't do the pedals properly, but that feels good, man. Happy with that. Found these little Diddy M8s, that'll be perfect.
Ow.
On the bench behind me, I've got two Toyota Corolla T-Sport gearboxes. The Toyota Corolla shares a similar engine to the MR2, but it revs higher and it's got bigger wheels. That means that Toyota fitted this car with a very different gear set to what's on my MR2. But if we take the gears out of this, or if we modify this gearbox to fit my MR2, it should really liven things up. The theoretical top speed of that car now, by the gearing, 175 miles per hour or thereabouts. With this, it should be about 135. So imagine the front cog on your mountain bike, we're kicking it down, right? Or we're kicking it up. Anyway, we've got a car's LSD as well to fit. So MR2s in the UK do come with LSDs. It's a Torsen type. It ain't bad. But I've raced with it for a few years, and I always felt like I'd like to try something a bit better. This is a car's clutch type, so it's got friction discs, locks a lot better, it'll actually give you a true lock. The car's only 140 horsepower, but this should still make a decent improvement. And then we've got some new bearings as well from the JA pan from Toyota. Both these gearboxes, Corolla T-Sport 190. Hopefully we can just use this one. The gearbox casing is cracked here, so this is scrap, but we can use hopefully the best of both, and if not, we've got the bell housing, the full MR2 6-speed. It's still fitted to the car currently, but yeah, that's the video. So, shall we begin? Just before John gets here, let's just strip the box down a little bit, get rid of the gearbox mount. The inner one's going to be hard to get to. So we don't need any of this. We'll be fitting the MR2 ones, can't get in there. This shifter mechanism is wrong as well. Don't need that. Thanks. Just give it a little bit more pry. There you go.
It's going away.
You put it back together.
Yeah, it's coming.
Can I interest you in a Monster? Do you drink Monster or anything? Could be a game changer if we get on the Monster.
Beautiful.
We finally got the gearbox apart after what felt like how long actually was it? Maybe 2 hours?
Yeah, maybe.
Fuck. So hard to get the top casing off on these. Really difficult. Yeah, annoyingly difficult. We just noticed quite a lot of swarf on the magnet, and a little piece of gear was on there too, which is not ideal. Have you got that in your hand?
Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit of something. So remember, this is the good gearbox in theory, but we'll hopefully find out where that's from. Oh, I can see it. It's off the differential.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
You need that as well.
I do need that. Oh, wee man.
One in there though.
There is one in there too, thankfully. Oh man, that's annoying. Oh, it's the full tooth's gone.
Tooth's gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, looks like we're gonna have to do all that again then.
Not fun. Not fun at all.
Yeah, we had a bad time there, John, with this one. Can't really quite see it on the camera, but yeah. That's not meant to look like that. Oh dear. Oh well.
Not ideal.
gave it as good a shot as could. But we are going for a roll cage fitting tomorrow. So see you there. Go to Bradford, or as they say, Bradford. Fab shop. Fab shop. Studebaker.
The Hamas-backed health ministry says that
What? I've got to cut on my knuckle. Well, when you put both hands on, you either press it on your knuckle or press on the top of your It's getting better.
I don't think this car's going to the Nürburgring this weekend, Dan. Anyway, goodbye Bradford. Bradford. Alright, we're back. I'm actually going to stop this video here now. It's been getting in the habit of making videos that are a bit too long, right? And yeah, the MR2 is not going to the Nürburgring next week, okay? It's not going. It doesn't run. It's not got the right gearbox. I've not had time to do any of the oil cooling or the gauges, or, you know, the seat doesn't fit properly at the minute, and I'm tired, man. I really enjoyed our time together in the Deutschland before, Mr. MR2, but our time together more recently has been a little bit more frustrating, so I am going to have a Brexit from you, and I'll come back next week. Hello. We've finished our second ring trip of the year already, and Black M3's ready for collection now. I took a deposit on it yesterday, so yeah, thanks. But hopefully by the end of this video, we'll have this car ready to go back to the Nürburgring and do some very fast, fun, slow car fast laps. If you missed the previous videos, I took this over to Germany as a completely stock car, set a baseline, and then came back to the UK and tried to basically make it better. There's a list of things I was trying to do. I'll put them on screen. Loads of cool stuff. Failed massively. But the real killer when we were trying to prepare it last time was the camel that broke the straw's back. Was that now the car doesn't run. So we had the roll cage mounts fabricated in by our man Dan. And after doing so, despite disconnecting the battery and protecting all the wiring and, you know, doing the best we could to try and protect things, it now doesn't start. So anyway, we're going to begin this video by trying to address that. Turn it on first. It might just start up, eh? Imagine that. So one of these wires is my battery cut-off switch. It's that one. So we should hear a click. So now we'll have ignition. So what will happen now, the car will crank and not start, or maybe it'll start, I don't know, but it shouldn't start, probably won't start. Okay, can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah. So maybe when the holes were drilled, Mr. Patrick from Rogue Motorsport called this. This was his suggestion. Okay, so this is the main engine wiring loom, and I think Mr. Patrick called it maybe even twice. So yeah, that's kind of sad, isn't it? So now we have to strip down the main engine harness and figure out what's broken. So the sad thing about this, you know, why do we like Toyotas? Because they're reliable, right? We like reliable cars. Why are they reliable? Because stuff like this, we don't play with it, right? I don't think we have a choice now. Tasty. I can see copper. Okay, yeah, so the drill's definitely been in there. It's not destroyed that cable though. It's damaged. It's not destroyed it. Yeah, it's gone through the protective material there, but it's not broken the wire. So can you see that bit of copper there? It's damaged, but it's not broken. So there's another wire damaged here. The protective material is damaged, but again, it's not broken. We checked all the fuses. The fuses are fine. The battery was disconnected whilst this was all taking place anyway. I'm a bit confused now. Why? I mean, it's definitely been hit by the drill, right? So, you know, slap on the wrists and all that, not ideal, but it's certainly not, there's nothing here broken. I've just finished repairing those wires. I just put a bit of tape round. So there's two browns and a blue here that could potentially have been talking to each other, and then a little bit further down there's this black and red wire which you know, was just a little bit damaged. Let's just plug it back in and see if just, you know, making sure these guys weren't talking to each other helps. I've had a real good look at it. Obviously there's quite a few wires here, but I've had a real good look through and I can't see any other damage or any significant damage, so I think we got away with it in a sense. But let's plug it back in, see if that made any difference whatsoever. I'm not going to bother putting the tape back over this just yet. We'll just feed it through and see if it works. To me, to you. Right, the air filter and the MAF's not on, so even if it does start, it'll be rough, but if that's made a positive improvement, like we should hear a pop and a bang, let's see. Didn't think so. Okay, what we're going to try next is just to plug the cluster back in. And on some cars, like when the immobilizer isn't working, it'll flash the key symbol. I don't know if these cars do that, I don't know. But maybe it'll give us more information. We must disable that somehow. Okay, it's not saying anything anyway. No. All right, I'm not having any luck here, so we're gonna have a little side project. Shut up. Okay, come with me. Not the right screwdriver bit. We belong together. Do you see a speaker? Don't see a speaker yet. That's gotta be it, right? I don't see anything else that looks like a speaker. Oh no, the buzzer's fallen off. And now it can't buzz when I'm not wearing a seatbelt, or I've got my door open, or I'm in reverse, or any of the other annoying stuff that it does. Very annoying. I will keep this in a safe place. Well, that's pretty far away, but I'll go for it. God, I missed. Wait. I'm gonna go overhand this time. Oh, Kobe! Just rip the buzzer out. You know when the door's open, it goes bing, 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 bing. Okay. Or if you're in reverse, it goes bing, 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 bing. Or if you haven't got your seatbelt on, it goes bing, 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 bing. No, I can't get the car started. Okay, so I'm getting I just thought I'd have a little break from. I found some problems, fixed them, and the car still won't start. So. What is the problem? Car won't start. Are you offering assistance? Ned, are you going to help me fix the car? Yeah. The boys are back together again.
Did you set a spoiler there?
Yeah, don't touch. Alright, we're going to try something now. This is a JDM ECU that I was testing the race car on for a bit. Seemed to make no difference to performance depending on... there was a theory that, you know, better fuel might work better or whatever. Some racers still use these, but you lose OBD connectivity. And there's a few noisy people up here today, as you can hear. But we're going to try this ECU and just see if it works. Aren't we, Ed?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll take that as a success. I mean, it's really my absolute shit.
There's no math on it, so... What the hell?
You must have spiked an ECU, or you've nipped a wire into a short circuit or something.
Shorted out the ECUs. Well, this is a problem because we can't really use that ECU, I don't think.
I can't use it.
We'll lose data. You can't get the same data out of it because it's Japan standard. Well, I've got the other ECU off that car, but we'd have to try and get the immobiliser taken off of it. Fire it up. No.
There you go, she's fixed.
Okay. Great. Yeah, it runs. Yeah, it runs. That's good. Okay. I don't know
I don't know how it's happened.
I don't get it at all. All right, so we have a running engine now. That's good, isn't it? Let's just do this Pandora's box a little bit. So I didn't cover much of this in the previous video because it was very unsuccessful and it was just a bad time, really. Just overall, just not having a great time of it. Were we? We weren't. So I had John with me. John knows plenty of stuff about gearboxes, but unfortunately we were unable to, must be this one at the back, we were unable to get the gearbox apart. So we've got two Corolla T-Sport gearboxes here, and yeah, one of them we managed to get open. We found the flywheel, the crown wheel, the flywheel crown wheel, the diff that goes around the diff was chipped. We also found some damage to some of the gears, right? Anyway, I've got a couple bits more hardware, and we're just gonna have another go at getting that fifth gear off, which was the problem last time. So let's do that now. So the big issue I was having getting these 6-speed gearboxes apart was simply getting these 6-speed gearboxes apart. There's two more steps, two more pressed in gears compared to what they have to do on the 5-speed boxes, which is enough of a pain on its own. These Toyota gearboxes are way more difficult to get apart than Honda gearboxes. It's really frustrating, man, and yeah, some better tooling would be great, but you know, you can only piss with the dick you've got, right? And yeah, last time we simply ran out of hardware, so I got some more hardware to try and press this final piece of the puzzle. This is the fifth gear, right? But yeah, really awful to get apart. I can't stress this enough. If you're a home gamer, if you're a hobbyist like myself, then this is really not fun. Well, I unfortunately forgot to press record there, but the threads died again, so you can see this area here. I'm going to try and get a high tensile bolt instead, an M12. I can measure it now. I don't have to guess. Found a bolt. It's only an 8.8, but it's yeah. Let's have another go at it. Okay, are you okay? That's nice. Well, something popped. Was that a good pop or not? Hope it was a good pop. Fucking hell. Whew. That's a lot of pressure. Scary amount of pressure. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Right, well, I wasn't really planning on doing the gearbox build today, but we can't say no to that, can we? It's a gift from the gods. So that's all the pressing, pulling stuff that we have to do done. So fingers crossed, everything else is okay. Yeah, we can compare everything now and, you know, have a look what's going on. What's going on? There's Marvin Gaye's now, let's see. What's going on? So, this gear has cooled down now, thank you. So yeah, we're hoping this gearbox is going to be in a lot better condition. But, let's find out. So these are the detent ball springs that we're taking out. There's what, like, you know when you put it into gear and you feel like ka-chink? This is what does that. Bolt on the back here for reverse gear. Of course, that needs to go as well. There we go. Ta-da! So the most important, well, one of the most important things is going to be the final drive, which, well, that's a piece of something, but the final drive looks okay. There's bits of thread sealant on. Let's have a look at the magnet. This will give us a good idea of what's going on. Yeah, not too bad. Definitely got some metal on there, but definitely also seen a lot worse. Okay, this gear set is definitely not perfect. The second gear synchro also looking worn. It's not brand new, is it? Also looking worn. So I'm taking the crown wheel that we want, which is this guy. So we don't need this anymore. This is the original diff. We've got new bearings, so we don't need them. I'm pretty sure we need this. There we go. I don't think we needed it. It stops there. Right, my final job before logging off for the night was simply just installing the diff bearings. So tomorrow we've got John coming over to help and we're going to get the gearbox built. We're back on with the gearbox today. We've got John coming back to help us. Told him this should all be cleaned and the diff would be ready to go by the time he got here, but as you can see, it is not. Let's quickly do that. We need to clean everything up before putting it back together, of course, but I went to the engineering shop today up here and bought some proper thread lock because I got some off eBay and yeah, I think it's not genuine, I think it's fake. Anyway, the one up near me, the engineering shop we've got here, sells this Delta stuff. I got two, one's stud grade, one's nut grade, different strength. This is the high strength stud grade. And we've got some exhaust studs. I've ordered some titanium exhaust studs as well for the MR2. I thought, why not? I'll treat myself, treat the car. So yeah, we got the bearings on last night. This goes on like that, but it probably won't want to go on. Oh, kind of wants to go on, but what we can do is well, that worked. I thought that was going to be more of an effort than what it was. Okay, the bolts are here. I'm just going to loosely thread two in just to get the position, and then we'll clean the other ones up, put a thread locker on them and install them. I need to look up the torque spec because I have forgotten to do that. Here are the bolts. Let's give them a little So I'm going to get these ones nipped down a bit more, and then we're going to rotate. Okay, all done. All right, John's in the house. John reckons actually the shaft out of the other box, the second gear synchro, was more worn on what I thought was okay. So that's why he's here. Right, so John's here now, and our first job is going to be to select the correct sized shim for our diff bearing preload. Now there's around 20 different shims to pick from, and what we need to try and do is to assemble the diff in the gearbox with one of these shims and measure how much torque it takes to turn the diff within the bearing. And this is a very, very small figure, so we've got a very, very small torque wrench. We're looking for around 1 Newton meters, barely anything at all. But when we first assembled the box, we couldn't turn the diff at all. Failure to do this, best case, will cause premature failure of the diff bearings. Worst case, it could cause some serious problems whilst out on track. We've got several different shims to try, but none of them are working. You don't like Jimmy Nail? He's like your local hero, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah.
Where's he from?
From your place.
Where's my place?
Northeast.
Big place, northeast.
Hey Siri, where's Jimmy Nail from?
Jimmy Nail was born in Newcastle upon Tyne.
It's not.
Close enough.
Frank Williams born
Yeah,
in my hometown.
Oh, are they?
South Shields, yeah.
Nice. I'm just going to close one eye. Let's bang on one there. That's 0.75. It's probably about 70.7. I'll double check it, but I think it's just shy of what it wants to be. Well, just shy of the minimum. Now, I had a bag of shims that Mr. J-Spec donated for me back in the day. Unfortunately, none of these fitted, but I was able to raid my gearbox stash upstairs and find some more shims. Right, we were all out of luck then, but we found this, and it's got no branding on whatsoever, and we've not got a micrometer. I've got some set of veneers, I don't know how you say that. Looks like a good job to me, John, and this measure's perfect, so this is the one. Oh yeah. That's bang in the middle, that's what we want.
Lovely.
One in it, maybe just over one.
Yeah, perfect.
Fuck aye. Sweet, that's the one. Right, that's it. We've got the preload on the diff bearings correct now, so yeah, just need to clean everything and put it back together. John, it's 5 to 9. We're gonna have this box done tonight, or what?
Hopefully by 10.
By 10?
Yeah.
I like the optimism. I'm gonna get fucking tismed up here. I know. Try and stop me if I get too tism here. But.
Well, you're already one way ahead. What I'd be doing.
What? Nylon brush?
Let's
Get the nylon brush out, John. Just give it a quick little. Oh no! That other one I ordered got sweet corn all over it.
Oh, has it?
Right, it's time to put the casings together now. So we're just getting everything a little final clean, and the surfaces are good enough. The sealant we've gone for, you might remember from the past we were always using the Loctite stuff, which is now no longer available in Halfords and super expensive, but this is L-Ring, which is a good brand from the Germans, I believe. Oh, and you're not in focus anymore, there we go. Durco HT, and this is the stuff that John uses now. I also bought some of this stuff, which is also meant to be very good, but you know, we're going to keep this, well basically John prefers this, or he's more confident because he's used it before, so Durco HT, right? Made in the Germany's. Yeah, it smells like it's going to work, you know, no leaks.
Beautiful.
Sunday morning in my hand. 2 tickets to paradise. It's 10:30 by the way, in case you're wondering. John was wrong. Optimistic. Oh fuck.
What?
We never lined up the fucking reverse. Did you line it up?
No.
Fuck. Now one thing you need to remember to do whilst assembling the gearbox is making sure the shaft that supports reverse gear is pointed in the right direction. It's a shaft that simply sits in the gearbox, but you have to lock it into the gearbox casing with a bolt. And if that bore isn't pointed in the right direction, then you're going to have to strip the gearbox down again.
I forgot about that.
Let's see if the bolt will go in by some kind of fucking miracle.
Totally forgot about that.
Fuck.
I should know as well because Casey used to say.
Is it? Oh, you lucky cunt.
Is it lined up?
Yeah, it's not perfect, but we can get it.
Get the flathead.
So there's a bolt in here that we have to put in, which holds the reverse gear, and it's 360, right? So it can go any way, and we have to lock it with this bolt. I think it's that one.
Yeah.
You fucking hell, that was lucky, that John. Crikey. Anyway, the fact of the matter is we got very lucky, so that's nice. Well, that's fucking lucky, that man. Jesus. Well, the camera stopped. It might have not got all of the pain, but who knows. The gearbox is back together now. We're just going to put the top case on and then it's done. There's like a little wind tray.
Oil guide thing.
Alright, so now we've got the gearbox built, and the last thing to do is to just attach all the ancillary stuff that sits on the outside, such as the shift linkage. And this is where we get into another problem. Alright, so the gearbox is all back together. Thanks, John. Great success. Nice and early finish as well. Just doing the final job of putting the shift mechanism back in, aren't we? And where does that bolt to again? Show us, where does it bolt to? Where does it bolt to?
Bolts to there.
Bolts to there, does it? Alright. That's funny that, because there's no holes, John. Where are we going to put the bolts, John? So it turns out, well, maybe you saw this coming. This is an MR2 casing, right? Yeah. This over here is another Celica housing, yeah, a Celica. And yeah, can you see how there's no holes? You know what? We nearly used this casing as well, but it had just been sat around a bit longer than the other one. And we had a quick visual look. Obviously, you know, it's been sat. I think it's been sat open for a while, so we didn't use it. But we could have used this one. It would have been all right. Yeah, would have been fine. Oh, what a bummer. So it's not the end of the world. What I'll do is I'll measure where they are and do some expert drilling, and that has to be exactly where it is. Otherwise, you know, the shifting's not going to be doing so much shifting. I think they want some thread locker on them. Nah. It's getting quite late now, but we're so close to the finishing line. And fortunately, I found some M10x125 helicoils. Helicoils which I used to burn through when working on the MR2 before. So we're going to create 2 holes now to affix the shift linkage correctly using helicoils.
You got it straight enough, you can pull it out the back.
I mean, you get it straight. Next joke.
Are we?
Yeah.
Happy enough?
Happy enough, like, yeah. It's not the straightest thing in the world, but I don't think the hole is.
No, I think that might have been a bit off.
Certainly not taking a lot of effort, John. Looks pretty good, that. Ooh, I think we'll get the stud grade out for this one.
Stud grade.
Right, let's get this gearbox off. Should be nice and easy. So we basically just need to remove, if I remember rightly, all of the bottom suspension arms, the free suspension arms. Just from the hub though, we don't have to take them off anything else. So, let's do that. Best take the under trays off as well. Okay. Will the under trays make it back on though? Ooh, find out soon. Maybe we should do the exhaust as well today, that'd be nice. Oh look, there's the socket I lost. Must have been recently or else it would have flown off around the Nürburgring. There's my 12mm socket, I've been looking for that. Right, so the shafts should now come out. We've got gearbox bolts to do, clutch slave cylinder. Hey, maybe I should collect this gearbox oil and use it as my running in oil for the other gearbox. If I've got a clean container, it's not a terrible idea, but I don't know if I've got a clean container. I might do that, you know. I know it's a bit Yorkshire, and I know I'm sponsored by an oil company, but it's only been to the Nurburgring once, and I'm only going to be doing figure of 8 in the car park. Right, so I'm going to get Jackie to put some lift on this hub, and then I'm going to knock the shaft out of the gearbox. The wood is not enjoying this. Need a different piece. Oh no, I am breaking the wood. Is this the side where the handbrake works?
Yes. Mario. Success. We need to pull this out, Jackie. Can we do it? What's stopping you? Oh, you've forgotten about an arm, haven't you? Hey. So because this is all on rubber bushes, right? The rubber bush wants to stay where it is. With poly bushes, you can just do one side and slide it because it rotates on the center pin. But this is causing me issues because of the rubber bushes. Obviously they won't be here for much longer, so I'm not going to worry about them too much. That's what we want to happen, look. It's a boy. It's a big boy. Homer, that's the umbilical cord. And what a boy. No, did I get it wrong? Did I say it wrong? So intermediate shaft coming out next. I feel like you've probably watched me do this very recently, so maybe I'll skip forward a little bit, right? All right, gearbox is ready to come off. So I've got Jackie under there this time. So we're in a bit of a sticky situation here. Jackie can't go further down, but when I lift the car up, the gearbox might fall out. Just have to go steady, a little bit at a time. I've left an engine mount on, which I didn't actually need to leave on, but I thought I did. I actually need to take it off, so let's just take it off. Okay. Fuck. Yeah, it's tight, that. No match for the big dog. I might have made a bit of a mistake here. Jackie's all the way down. So the heaviest part of one of these gearboxes is where the diff is, right? So I need the ramp to go up whilst I'm holding this gearbox, which I can't do. So I'm going to have to put it back up a bit, wedge it back in between the the frame of the car, and hope it doesn't fall down when I jack the car up. This is sketchy, man. I don't like this. Okay. Hopefully that gives me enough room now to get this out. What are we saying, Jackie? Can we go? I can try and kick Jackie out and just try and carry it somehow, but I can't lift it where it is. Maybe if I just lift the car up slowly, it'll be all right. Nope. Okay, good stuff. Right, it's time to install the new flywheel. So I got this one, competition clutch. There's a few options for the one's easy. I was looking at a Fidanza as well, and my first choice was actually a Toda from Japan, but they did the typical Japanese thing and told me it wouldn't be until next year that I could get one. So anyway, let's see how much the new one weighs. I think it's meant to be about 5 kilos. It's not a huge saving, but I wanted to have a lightened flywheel. Oh no, the batteries are dying on the weighing scale. It's 4.1. 4.1. That's not bad. And the stock one is, what kind of batteries does this take? You got any AAAs?
No, I don't.
Oh. So the stock flywheel is 8.6 and the new one's 4.1. So actually more than half the weight of the original flywheel. So that will actually make a huge difference. Nice. I've just whipped the ARP bolts off from my old engine. So you can't reuse the stock ones, but you can reuse the ARP ones. I bought them for that car a while ago. I was never allowed to run a lightened flywheel. It's one of my favourite things on a naturally aspirated car, to put a light flywheel on it. Okay, so let's install this on the engines. Right, sorry that hasn't been recording for a while, but the clutch is on. Just going to change this engine mount while we're here. Alright, we've got a few small jobs to do before we can put this gearbox in the car. So there's currently no clutch fork in there. We've got a new release bearing to go on. I'm going to take a little bit of this high temp, this is CV grease, just a tiny little bit. I'm going to smear it around the inside of here. Never used to do this, but didn't we have a problem recently and then started doing it? I don't remember. Maybe a little bit on the shafts as well.
You love greasing up a shaft.
I do love greasing up a shaft. So we're putting a real light film on and then I'm going to just rub it in with this cloth so it's really a light film. Because we don't want it getting in the clutch material, the friction material. One release bearing. And we also have a new drive shaft oil seal to fit. That's the part number. But I also bought a rebuild kit because it came with the gasket that I needed for the shifter, which I normally just use instant gasket, but I thought, hey, I'll treat myself. And yeah, that also came with drive shaft oil seals. And as we found after putting the gearbox back together, it even came with some new crush washers, and there's an O-ring for something there. I don't know what that O-ring's for, but yeah, loads of stuff in here. So yeah, buy the oh, there's a bearing there for something. Like a well, there's not a bearing. It's like a seal and a washer in the same thing. I don't know. Cleanish in there. Not amazing. Best thing might be to just get. Oh, if we have an old seal, actually, I think I kept some. Because of this protruding bit, it doesn't quite go over the edge. I'll get something better. Right, this is a bearing sleeve, which is 46 internal diameter. Like a pusher sleeve thing. So this will work good.
All you got to do is just tap it in. Just tap it in now. Hey, just tap it in.
Is that it? Just about get my fingernail in. Just about get my, yeah, that'll do. Sweet. Okay, so for the final thing we need to do, so we just need to remount the shifter assembly. Quite a lot of paint marker on this box. Or it's been looked after maybe. Just going to run a tap down this one because it looks like it's not been used before. It's super dirty, this guy here, it's crusty in there. There's some threads in there, or there once was, but maybe the Celica or the Corolla didn't use those threads. Pardon me. These clips I didn't realise until today, reading the Toyota service manual. These are the clips where the shifter cables go on. According to Toyota, these are not reusable. But I mean, I've never, ever bought new ones. Sometimes I have to bend them back into place a little bit. This one's having a bit of a bad time, so. Ah, the reverse switch is different. This is for the reverse lights. It tells the car that the car's in reverse, took the gearbox in reverse, put the reverse lights on. Oh, there's a sealing washer. Luckily for you, I have a brand new one in my Toyota bag. Right, she's ready to go on. All in the back. It's the salmon motion. Yes. That's it.
Stand by it.
Hold it. Still need to rotate and I'll get some bolts in here.
It's not much to rotate though, is it?
No, no. So the gearbox is almost in the car now, but there's one problem which I've not noticed until now, and it's quite a big one. Oh, no way.
What's that?
Look in there.
What's in there?
Broken bolt hole.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
What's that from?
That's where the engine mount goes.
Oh, cool. Love that.
Alright, the gearbox is on, but we've got a problem. Unfortunately, the camera's going to die. But yeah, just look, that's where the engine mount goes. Didn't realise, obviously, when it was off the car, and yeah, need to drill that out and try and get the bolt out. So, wish I'd have realised that about 5-10 minutes ago, but I didn't. No.
What's it doing?
It's getting real tight.
Yeah, it's got to get tight to unwind out.
If this snaps, it's bad news, isn't it? I think I have to take the box off and get it hotter.
That's a bit sad, isn't it?
Come on, let's just do it. We had a good time getting it on, didn't we?
Yeah.
Don't you remember that good time that we just had?
Yeah, I do remember that, yeah. Keep going. What's it stuck on? To do, this just needs to roll over and we'll be fine.
But remember, it came the other way, anti-clockwise.
Alright. Stand by.
Yep. Some penny on the game. How about some Auto Smart branded mech oil? It's fizzling, so it must be hot. We can get, let me show it, we won't be able to see because it's GoPro quality now, but there is a hole on the inside. It felt like it was going to snap-a-roo, so we've taken the box out. Hopefully it won't snap-a-roo. So it does feel a bit burning.
Can you wind it back a bit?
I don't think you can with that, can you? It's one way.
Fine. Oh god.
It's just biting in more, isn't it?
That's good though. Oh no, not my favourite tool. I've had that set since I was 21.
This is really bad because these are really hard.
You have to drill it out.
I can't, we'll be able to drill it out, but it's not going to be easy.
And then you have to helicoil it.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's annoying, is that? That is another option to do our welding.
How do we weld to that?
Oh, it's just feeling though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we just put a knot over it and we weld it up, and then we wind the knot out.
Whoa. Ow. Oh, I looked at it. Something's wobbling.
Getting bored of this now.
Yes.
Did you ever watch Watership Down
Yeah.
with the rabbit?
All right, then it's time to go on.
No! Stop listening.
Tom's gonna sort the gearbox out.
Don't want to be on YouTube.
Thanks, Tom. I'm at dark side now. I'm doing some tyres. Look at that. What's that there? Racing. Well, these are the wheels I went for. They were a bit of a rush choice. Trying to get the car ready for the second ring trip. So I panic bought some rotors, but I actually quite like these rotors. You'll see what they are in a minute. And these were originally Pete Lawton's. Sold them to his mate Jules. I got them off him. And yeah, they were 15 by 8. So cool.
What are you doing?
Get an expert on job.
I don't know what I'm doing though.
Hit it then. Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
He's done it! He's done it!
Let's make sure we rotate that in a moment, but it's okay. So, how far are we off?
Still quite a lot. Now, we rotate up or down with this left-hand side.
You're
this
saying to
comes
go down,
okay.
yeah.
We follow Jackie up to it. Oh, well, you're right. What happened?
No, not good. Not good.
What
Get the
happened?
gearbox.
Ow! My eye! I'm not supposed to get pudding in it!
What did you get?
Ah, fuck, I got something in the eye, bad.
I was trying to work out if I'd elbowed you in the eye or not.
Oh, what was it? It was the clutch slave cylinder.
Let me look.
It hurts.
Show me your eyeball. I can't see anything in there.
No, I think it was just the blunt impact.
Right, fair enough. You're just gonna push it.
I might have a black eye. It's not my contact lens out.
It hasn't.
It has.
Where is it?
It's gone. We'll have to survive without.
Is it going to be like when you used to, is your vision going to be like when you used to watch those filming with the 3D glasses?
It's pretty
on
bad.
Right, you ready?
Manhandle. Something's crunching, Hannah.
Oh, ow. Ow. Right, you get the rear, go to that more of that. You ready?
Oh wait, I can
What?
see the problem.
What's the problem?
The wiring's stuck in the shift mechanism.
Oh, oh no,
Classic.
the wiring stuck in the shift mechanism.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Ah, just as we suspected.
It was the wiring and the shift mechanism again.
Yes, right.
Put some force on Jackie.
Yes, she's on. There you go.
Is it on?
Yeah, we just need to rotate around to get the bolt holes in. Don't worry about Jackie so much.
I'm just trying to use Jackie to get this lined up a bit better because I'm going to put this little stubby boy in. I hope it got it on camera.
I thought I'd elbowed you in the eye, but I don't remember hitting you.
No, just me. Right, I'm going to put the big one in. That's what she said.
I can't believe how easily it goes on considering you didn't use an alignment tool.
I eyeballed it. I had 2 eyes back then.
Yes.
I've got a lot of bolts. No, can't use those bolts. The shank is, frankly, Mr. Shankly, no es bueno.
Just use the bolts that came out of it.
Looking forward to driving it with the light and flywheel.
Do you reckon it'll make a difference?
Oh yeah, it's half the weight.
And will the diff lock up nicely?
Oh yeah. All right, let's see if my engine mount works. Okay, I am now gonna put the gearbox back in and together and that, and then hopefully tonight we can test drive it. It's 9 o'clock now, but all right, just a little status update. It's coming on to 11:30, so I've been on for about 2.5 hours, and yeah, it's been fighting me. It has typical MR2 stuff, right? It's been the engine mounts. Engine mounts, so you see these drive shafts are still not in, suspension still not in. So first off, this rear engine mount here, obviously I've gone to poly bushes now, which doesn't really make things harder in any way, but I was really struggling to get the engine in line, right, with where I'm lifting it from the front hook. Didn't have any of this trouble on the floor, did we? We went back together nice and easy on the floor a few weeks ago, but anyway, faffed about with that, got it just about. The big problem was this guy, that guy right there, the side engine mount. So I actually had a problem with one of the bolts, one of the, well, 2 of them, there's 3 bolts and 2 of them didn't feel good, man. It didn't feel good at all. And yeah, there was not a lot I could really do about it other than drop the gearbox. So, you know, I didn't really want to drop the gearbox. And I think what might have happened is, because this has come from a Corolla, the engine mount placement might be slightly different. We might be using bolt holes for the first time. That or they're just cross-threaded from before. Either or, you know, could be either. But what I ended up doing on one of them is using a shorter bolt because the threads further down were no es bueno. That's why I'm leading to the first example of maybe those holes haven't been used before, right? So anyway, got that done. And but yeah, then the big problem came, and that's what I'm still actually on with now. And yeah, I don't think I'll be driving the car tonight because just nipping these up, and this is the one we helicoiled, absolutely fine. The other one is absolutely rancid, and yeah, just wasn't nipping up. So I'm hoping and praying now. I've got a tap down there, as you can see, just giving it a little tap, and it's not putting up much of a fight, but there is the odd bit of aluminium falling out, so it's doing something right. Fingers crossed. I'll put a bit of thread locker in that, and fingers crossed, because if not, I can't fix that in the car. I'd have to drop the gearbox again, and I don't really want to do that, you know. I'm pretty sick of doing that now. All right, I'll bring you along for the ride on this, because it's probably going to be the last thing I do tonight. So I had to take the full bracket off the car to get in with the tap, but whatever. So it was okay before, it's just when it went to the whole, I'm just going to nip you up now, it just said, no thank you. It doesn't feel absolutely terrible, so it didn't before though, right? Maybe I should have used a longer bolt in hindsight. The helicoil's nice and strong and everything lines up, so that's good. Right, it's at the nipping up point. It's not nipping up. Okay, let's try a slightly longer one. It's so hard just to get in the hole, you know. I know that's what she said, it's a bit late for that. But it's fucking real nice design, you know. I don't know, man, that felt pretty good going in, but it just needs to be tight, right? We've only got 2 on here. If we had 3, we might be able to get away with losing one. It's not a million miles away. Oh, it's nipped, it's nipped. Yeah, excellent. Definitely want to fix that when we get it out, put a helicoil in. Because that's how it should feel, nice and taut, yeah. Feels, yeah, okay, excellent. I don't think it's longed for this world, but hopefully with the thread locker that means it'll at least stay put for a bit. Right, we're not a million miles away from, got stuck on something. Not a million miles away from being able to test drive the car, but unfortunately I had a few problems, didn't I? So I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow. Right, it's time to find out if the gearbox works. So that's fun, isn't it? Let's do that. I've got it on the ramp in the air, obviously, just to, you know, it's not loaded up, right? It's nice and free, so there's no stress. So we're just gonna see if it works. I've still not fixed the immobilizer thing. Well, I mean, you've been with me every step of the way this week, and you know where I'm at, right? Wow. Okay. Oh, we've got the light and flywheel too, so that'll be fun to hear for the first time. And power is on. Well, it started up. Oh, I've not put the bolts in for the starter motor. Oh, that could have gone very badly. Wow. Good memory, Dan. Help Performance, right? A company down south who have helped me out before in the Civic with brake lines, helped out me again with the MR2 this year with brake lines, but they also do oil cooler stuff, and they've made their own oil cooler filter housing thing, sandwich plate, that's what they're called.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Which goes where the oil filter goes, and it allows us to feed some of our engine oil through a cooler to keep the temps where they want to be. I've gone for a thermostatic plate, and I've gone for the higher temperature threshold there of 102 degrees. I was worried the MR2 might be too efficient, especially on a cold day, and the oil wouldn't get up to temperature. I want to keep my oil above 102 degrees, so the oil cooler will only start to try and cool the engine oil if that engine oil is above 102 degrees, okay? But the first thing I need to do, if you come with me a second, you'll see there's something that I'm going to have to remove before we do get started, and I'll get this out of the way nice and quick, because this car was an aircon car. And unfortunately it didn't work. I tried to gas it, it still didn't work. This is where our oil lines are going to go anyway, so they'll come out of the oil filter here. There'll be a sandwich plate on. We're going to keep the original, this is the original oil cooler slash warmer as well. It helps the engine oil get up to temp, and it also tries to keep the oil temp down when it gets a bit too high, but it's not really that efficient when it comes to extreme track work such as the Nordschleifer can give you. But yeah, we need to get the aircon out of the way. It's got no pressure in it anyway, so we're going to take the compressor off. I'm going to get rid of the lines, and I've already taken the front radiator off, the front evaporator, is that what they call it maybe? I don't know, but yeah, I need to do a little aircon delete, and then we're going to go on with getting that oil cooler off. So, first job, goodbye aircon. I did want to keep the aircon, you know, but c'est la vie, is it they say in the Frances? C'est la vie. I'm wearing one of my new track day cool tops. This is probably a size too small for me, you might say, but yeah, this is a medium. I normally wear a large. It's a little bit shorter on the arms for me. I've got like gorilla arms, as Darkside might say. But yeah, these are quite nice. Hopefully going to keep the arms protected and not filthy, because there's nothing I hate more than getting in the shower when I get home and having to scrub my arms. Don't like that. Oh, God, that was a little bit tight. Fuck. So I got the compressor off the engine, but it won't come off the car. Nice. So exactly, can't get it through past the car and the body, so that's good. Could maybe relax the engine mounts a bit, but I've just got them fucking on. Yeah. New belt. Sparkly belt. Belt installed. Nice. Okay, so the belt's been installed. Let's start with the fun side. So this is a 16 rod oil cooler, and it's going to go in here somewhere. We need to get that out of the way. So we'll try and keep as much of this ducting as we can, but for starters, I'm just going to take this plate off, which there's stuff mounted to. I don't think it's anything serious. That's the release for the boot, so I don't want to lose that. I'm having a hard time getting a lot of the clips off this car. I don't know what the word for plastic corrosion is, but I'm scratching the fuck out of this trying to get behind it. Alright, so the way I'm going to mount this, obviously we've had to take off this back hook because it gets into the way of the frame. So we've got a bolt up here to secure. We could maybe, when we've got some of this left, we could maybe beef that up a bit, but I've got this bit of flat bar. This is 1 inch, 3 mil, maybe 2 mil. I don't know, it's steel, right? Some kind of miscellaneous steel. Alright, it's 3 mil. So that's plenty strong enough for anything, especially this little beauty. So we're just gonna run this there. And then we're going to do another one just on the inside here, but this one will be an acute, but that's just to space it away from the body because we don't want it to rest on the body. We want it to be, this bit of plate's pretty flimsy, right? So the vibrations of the engine and everything shouldn't disturb it too much. Hot and spicy. We can actually reuse the factory hole here, that's good. Almost straight. Alright, I've been on this for far too long. But I'm pretty happy with the brackets now. I mean, this outside one, I had it done like, I don't know, it took me like an hour or something still, but this inside one, for some reason took so much longer, and this is the second attempt, and it's the only bit of steel that I've got. You might see another hole next to it. I'm going to put just an M6 with a lock, with a washer on the back, with a lock washer, just like nut and bolt, just for like extra safety. But yeah, I just need to drill some holes for the lines now, which will go in here with these bungs. Okay, we're going to install oil filter sandwich plate now. We're not going to put it on tight because we don't know where we want to put the oil lines yet. We'll screw it on and the threads fit, so that's a good start. I think probably it's going to want to be about there. So yeah, this is the Hell Performance. Very nice. Look at this quality. Oh, that's going to make it awkward for us to get. So this, oh, okay, slight issue here then. Okay, good news and bad news. The good news is I've got some more fittings. The bad news is I ordered the wrong ones, but I should have done for the bad news first. Got some more fittings from the drifting boys. Oh, they're not tight. Anyway, I'm gonna have to make this line here in situ. So these AN10s that we've borrowed / stolen are from the drift boys, and they normally only remove things like this when engines die. So I've given it a clean up. All right, so I want to give that line a little bit of capacity so we can tie it up a little bit. All right, it's actually been a couple of days. Got a bit frustrated with the old oil cooler lines. I got a little bit frustrated and stopped doing the video for a little bit, but good news, I've upgraded the bungs to 30mm holes now so I can get the fittings through. Remade the fittings again, and I'm just painting the brackets now. Look, painting, oh, colour match, very nice. And I'm just finishing painting the floor plates and stuff. Yeah, so I want to get the interior done. I've cancelled the track day. I was supposed to be at Castle Combe tomorrow. That's definitely not happening, is it? I got the exhaust fixed thanks to Tom G at Darkside again. Yeah, I'm trying to secure some heat wrap because, I mean, obviously I hate the stuff, who doesn't? But that's probably worth doing before we put all this mess back together, isn't it? Give it a little clean up and some fresh heat wrap. And yeah, there's no oil in the engine at the minute, but I'm just tidying up this bracket as well, and then everything is good to go. All right, I'm just about to put the oil cooler back on, hopefully forever. Don't worry about that. Hello. So I've got the lines routed okay-ish, so they come out of the oil cooler down there. And what I've done here is there's some holes in the back of here to hold stuff on, right? And I've reused one of them. I've put an extra long bolt in it, and then I've yeah, got the two P-clips side by side there with washers in between, and it's got, I put some thread locker on the bolt as well, so hopefully that doesn't come loose, and another P-clip just up here. And then actually I might put another one of these little tidies. This has also got thread locker on it. I'm trying to be super Nürburgring safe. I might be just a little bit more fiddling, but the paint's dry, so the brackets are all going to go back on, and I'll show what it looks like when it's finished. Funny story, just a quick update on the 4-day oil cooler install. Yeah, now everything's nice and neat. The lines are too long. Tomorrow's job then, I guess. I managed to make it work. I'm a little bit worried about the tension. It's not terrible, but I mean, maybe it'll be fine. Maybe I could put another one of those little clip things on there. Might help. Anyway, it's definitely home time. This is fine. This is normal. Well, it's the day after, right? And guess what? The quarter panel doesn't fit. It fouls on this guy pretty bad. And with that guy removed, it sort of fits, but it's then touching this guy. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is just rotate it slightly. So try and pull this in further, pull this in further. My nice color matched brackets back in the vise, bend them a little bit more. And yeah, probably also shorten the lines a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna go and do that now. Yeah, I forgot to do the clicky thing before, but let's just do it again. Now then, welcome back to MR2 Nürburgring preparation videos. The last video ended a little bit sad, a little bit down in the dumps. Yes, I am a man who gets upset sometimes. Anyway, nearly had this cut off today, but had guilty conscience and a sudden change of heart when I got in the barber's seat. Yeah, let's keep going with the Samson energy, not Sung, he's Korean. So in here, so as you can see, I've been through the looms. So we've got some gauges to put up here. We need to put some power down here for accessories, you know, phone charger, usual stuff, but we're also gonna have a little microcomputer in there, which is gonna deal with logging the outputs from our sensors into our race chrono lap time. So if you look there, oil pressure says 54 psi, and on here it says 11 psi, so that's not quite right. What's changed in here since the last time you saw it? The shifter's now solid mounted, and yeah, there's quite a lot of wires that are no longer here. The aerial's gone. There's all the SRS loom, most of the SRS loom. I never actually summarised in the video what I removed. So it was the SRS wiring loom, all of the pre-tensioners and stuff like that. It was the occupancy sensor on the passenger side, both of the seatbelt sensors on both sides, and some bits for the alarm. So nothing crazy like the M3, just making it a little bit neater and removing any wiring that was redundant, still keeping speakers and central locking and stuff. So I was just, last night I was just stealing this is a 7.5 amp fused wire from the SRS loom, which we're going to use to power a relay, to trigger a relay to come on, which will then activate the main power for the additional fuse box that I'm adding. This car had 3 fuse boxes already from the factory, and I figured one more
wouldn't hurt. So we're going to have another fuse box for our accessories, which is going to be mounted down here where the airbag ECU was. The absolute life hack of opening up wiring looms is these things that are used in sewings, which we've covered it before. I can't remember the name, D-seam or something. I mean, see how there's a bit of tape on the bottom there? Just run that down it, and it just, hello. You can damage wires with it, you know, as I've found. You can damage quite easily. Actually, you can do some damage. So you do have to be a little bit careful, but it's way less risky than you know, going down with a razor blade, because you know you're not cutting in. You're kind of just running along the seam, and you're just, you know, cutting a line down the electrical tape. So this is the main wiring harness down the front. This connects to the fuel pump stuff. That goes to the ECU. I wasn't intending to save weight by removing things, right? I'm just, I'm doing a bit of wiring anyway. And obviously we're adding weight with gauges and stuff, so. All right, so we get the old loom opener 5000, right? We try and find somewhere where we think we're not gonna have any issues. You can tell by the kind of gradient on the tape, the shadow, like where some of the wires are on the outside. Like there's a big blue one here. We don't want to cut into that. I'm gonna try and run alongside it and just let the tool find its own way, not trying to force it. Otherwise we'll end up cutting wires. Quite a lot of wires in the way there. Let's try going from the other side. So I'm trying to keep it at like sea level. I'm trying not to dig in because I don't want to dig into any wires. There we go. And it's open and we didn't damage anything. So why are gauges going to be fun? Well, I got this off Amazon, right? I had to trim the edges off to get it to fit and then make some little brackets here to hold it on at the front. But then at the rear, I wanted to keep this storage box, or at least a place to put things. I've lost the lid, but also I didn't want things coming back into the damaging this, and also, you know, I want to mount it at the rear. So I've got some rubber washers, some like that I've been using on other bits of the car and all that. There were like stands at the back, so when my sunglasses or anything, you know, it's not going to be anything. I'm not putting anything small here. So what I don't want to happen is when I unleash, you know, 100 foot-pounds of torque, I don't want shit coming back out this way, right? But anyway, first job is to get stuff plugged in, and the sensor for the AFR is the shortest cable of them all, but I didn't have to extend it. And it should just clip in. It will be tight, so we'll do that last.
So yeah, just to confirm that, I didn't have to extend the wiring for the air-fuel ratio sensor. I did for the pressure sensor and the temperature, but the AFR was long enough, just.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy enough with the angle. Maybe a bit more tilt would be better, depending on where my head's going to be. Got a bit of reflection, but there's no roof on the car now, right? So when the roof's on the car, it'll be a lot better. Right, just got the car on here, warming up a bit. There's a bit of a weird noise, listen. Oh, I think it's just the exhaust. While that's just warming up a little bit, I'm going to prep the hardtop ready to go back on. Matt did a really good job of prepping this, so much so that there's a million pieces of masking tape on this. Oh, we also need to wire in the demister. We need to create a loom. Create a little loom. It's only 2 wires.
Right, the prep for the hardtop is just going to be getting rid of the masking tape and then putting on the side bits of trim. So there's some trim which holds on the seal, and then there's going to be some trim around the edges as well, which is just kind of for aesthetics. So we're going to make all that nice again, ready to install.
So these are annoyingly on like oval sliders. I guess it's adjustable for a reason, but I'm just going to try and get them all kind of something like. Oh, another bullshit moment. Just, you know, oh, just stick the hardtop on, shall I? Well, these screws that hold the rubber seal in, this internal thread has just started spinning as I nearly got it down the channel. I don't know why. And yeah, I can't just ignore it. I need to get the bolt out. I've been trying to pry the bolt out and turn it whilst, you know, won't come out. So I'm going to try and cut it out and then get this off and then try and cut the stud flush. Try and cut the stud flush somehow. It's just fuck it. Why did that just happen, you know? Dumb. I'm just cutting the seal. Okay, oscillator wins again. What an amazing tool. I don't know why I bothered taking these off now, probably shouldn't have done, but how to put them back on. Peel off as much sealant as you can. Sneeze. Put a little bit of sealant back on. Put it face down onto your trousers. Insert, but leave the screws loose-ish. I'm missing a screw. I'm not going to cry about it. Right, I think I gave up on the tutorial at this point, but yeah, once you get all of those metal clips in with a little bit of sealant on, then I just started trying to force the seal over them, and it's pretty obvious to see what you need to do when you're in there. I don't think I took the time to show it on video, I'm afraid, but you'll figure it out. This side doesn't fit as well as the other side. Oh well. Okay, we're done. I don't have this bit of it, so we're going to try and order something off Amazon. Of course. Oh, that's cold. Well, it's not cold, but it's definitely not. The car's been running for about 15 minutes. Put it in first gear. Obviously, it's just on the ramp though. Maybe I should have gone and done more figure of eights, but it's not horrible. And I thought it might have been black, you know, with the dust from the plates. But so I'm just changing the gearbox oil now after the LSD break-in. So with a brand new LSD, you know, there's certain braking procedures. We covered this in the last video, but following those procedures, there may be some nasty dust goes in the oil, right? Some bad metals that we don't want running around our gearbox. So we're changing the oil and putting fresh fluid in. Should have took the breather out the top first. Okay, it's time to put the gearbox oil back in. And obviously just put the panels back on, carpet in, seat in, harness in. Oh, it's fucking everywhere, man. I can't believe, I mean, all right, it is what it is, right? But I'm having to clean, you know what, off of my gearbox. After where I want to put the gearbox oil in currently has something else on it. That's what's going in. Torque parts. I was just trying to find a filter to put in, or to put on that. This is the fuel breather. That'll work, right? I don't know, we'll see if we have any fuel pressure issues or the tank blows up. Okay, carpet. I'm gonna take the seat rails out. Just gonna give the interior a quick clean as well. I haven't videoed for a little while because chaos only just made it down here in time for, well, after work, you know. I've said I'm going to be coming down here like every day for the past 5 days or something, and the tuners are getting mad at me. They think I'm a messer. Well, maybe I am, but you know, it's just been fighting, hasn't it? But it's here. Drove down pretty good. Gearbox feels nice. LSD feels okay. The engine feels strong. I mean, obviously, you put a short ratio gearbox on anything, it's going to wake it up a bit, right? And that's definitely what's happened. So we're just fixing the exhaust now, or Tom is. Hammer my tip. Thank you. Okay, resumption of interior activities. So I drove the car a little bit. I've done about, not quite, but almost 100 miles. Got a few teething problems, a few things to address. The first one is actually safety, because the seatbelt hook that I had on was not good. You might have already realised if you're an MR2 enthusiast, but of course the roof's on now, which makes everything nice and easy to do. And you can't see it, but there was this hook, right? There was a little hook with a bolt thing with a hole in it, and I attached my seatbelt loop to that. And no, that was not for the seatbelt. That was for the seatbelt bracket, which I threw in the tip. Goodbye. So I'm just making another one. I got this 5mm steel plate. Should be more than good enough. I've just been to our local bolt shop and got a 7/16 UNF nut so we can attach it properly and it'll still be able to move, and yeah, we're gonna have a good time. So I'm gonna get this in, All right, just a little test fit, but you get the idea, right? So there was no retraction before, and I was like, if I like leant over or anything, or if I extended the belt, I mean, first of all, like leaning over, the belt wouldn't really want to extend, which now obviously it's doing nice and free. Yeah, it was dangerous, very dangerous, especially with no like harness. This is the secondary, you know, the harness will be in here as well soon, but yeah, a little bit sketchy, man, but this will be a lot better.
Nice.
Well, it's quite late on a Tuesday evening. I'm hoping to go to the ring in a week's time. I had a haircut today in preparation, yeah. And the interior is nearly there. It's still not quite there though. Wow. Takes so long trying to do things nice, right? Or proper, as some people might say. Not me. I am not that person, but it's coming along. It's coming along. It's coming along. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I've obviously just been doing stuff, you know? Hey, look at that. Ooh. Ooh. Just, yeah, you know, we'll get there. All right, it's time to find out the answer to how much weight has been saved. We've added lightness, haven't we? Yes, we have. Keep an eye on this scale down here, this gauge, this monitor. Oh, look, a backlight. So I'm going to do it in kilograms to start with, then I'll switch it over. So remember, it was 10-13, I think, before, 10-13 or so. So I did actually find this one picture that I took of the car when it was stock, weighing 1,017 kilos, but I don't actually know how much fuel was in the car here, so all I know for sure is that it has more in it now, but that's not a very accurate number, I know. It's got more fuel in it though than what it did, so maybe a little bit there, but hopefully something around 950. Okay, we're off. Haha, okay. Shit, that's a lot more than what I thought. God damn it. I just confirmed the fuel load. I know there's more fuel in it, but I don't think it's that. I don't think we can excuse it that much. But okay, now there is 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Call it 30 litres, 22 kilos just of fuel. I mean, it's going to have fuel in it when it's going around the track, innit? But that's still 985. That is a lot more than what I was hoping for. We're going to be chasing our tail, aren't we? All right, camber is done. Let's see what these wheels look like. All right, ride height check. Then I'm going home. It's midnight now. We'll do the rest tomorrow. But let's have a look at this lovely, lovely ride height. And the fitment check and the wheel check. So the rotor slipstreams on the front, controversial wheel, not for me, and some Group B wheels on the back. 15x7 ET28 on the front, 15x8 ET35 on the rear. All right, welcome back. So it's time to do the string alignment now. So all we're doing now is setting the toe. It's the final piece of the puzzle for our little alignment journey, okay? We're using strings as per usual. Strings is the most reliable way to align a car. It really is. Lasers may be more accurate, but shut up. It doesn't need calibrating. It's just a line across a ruler and you're just measuring it. A laser needs care and attention and a computer system. Speaking of computer, I've a bit low energy today, Bluetooth low energy. I've been trying to set up my race chrono stuff, BLE, and it's drained me. So we're getting some energy up because string alignment is one of the more favourable things I actually enjoy doing. I actually enjoy doing this on cars. So we're going to set it up basically like it was before. We'll have probably no toe at the front. No toe at the front? Yeah, I think we'll just go dead straight on the front and we'll go a little bit of towing at the rear. Like just super safe. It's not even fast road spec, kind of. We're just trying to keep it nice on the road. It's pointy enough, this car. If we have understeer, then it'll be a miracle, right? I know the stock setup was quite understeery, but this won't be. It never was on that car. It was always the enemy. Oversteer, never had understeer. Tried for a long time to get understeer, so, you know, the fastest drivers sometimes like understeer. Yeah, it's true. I know it sounds wrong, but it's true.
なんだって。何考えてんだ、ブンタ。これはこれでいい感じだぜ。流れすぎないから。
Anyway, I've got these strings around my car. So I've got 2 straight lines down either side, and I've got 2 straight lines across the front and across the back. So we're drawing a box around the car, and we're going to measure the string, and we can adjust this bar. Can we adjust this bar, right? And what that's going to allow us to do is get a perfectly rectangular straight lines, parallel lines down the side of the car, and then we can measure the toe from there. I've already set the steering wheel, so the steering wheel was clocked out from when I'd had it on and off. We do need to centre it though for this job, so well remembered. So I would normally use one of these to lock off the steering, but the car's still full of all the shite that we put in there to offset my weight, so we'll just not worry about it for now. What I've done is I've just wedged one of the oil drums in on the steering wheel and got it straight, so should be fine. So what I'm doing now is I'm walking around all four corners and I'm just twiddling, reading my ruler, trying to make sure that the axles are the same. So I'm measuring on the same point at the rear, which is just in front of the wheel. It's just in front of the centre of the wheel. 11.2. Okay, we have our box. I'm just going to check the tyre pressures before we continue, because that would be a shame. So I'm going to drop all the tyre pressures down to 30. All right, we're going to start on the front right, because you're here. As you can see, if you come down to the front, you'll be able to see that the wheel's towing out loads, right? So here you can see the tyre, but you can't see the wheel. Okay, so we need to adjust that. We need to adjust that so that you can see, well, nothing basically. Well, the tyre bulges out a little bit, but basically the distance here, you can see it visually, but let's measure it. That's 46 millimeters. On the back, it's 59 millimeters, okay? So that's 13 millimeters of toe out. That's a lot, it's too many. We want that to be 0. So the steering arm's at the front here, so I'm gonna undo the lock nut and wind the steering arm in to the outer tie rod. That'll bring this distance in. It'll make this distance to the string greater, but it'll bring the wheel in, bring this out, and it should balance. Right, for a bit of fun, you just keep your eye on that wheel and maybe put it in fast forward so you can see a bit more, easier, faster, better, harder, stronger, better, faster.
So this is what's happening at 20 times speed, right? I'm winding the inner tie rod into the outer tie rod, which is making the toe less. It's making it toe out less. It's bringing the wheel back to a parallel straight position. 0 toe.
A little bit more.
Sorry that I can't put the graphic up on screen like I have done on some more recent string alignment videos. I never actually called out what the numbers were to myself, which sometimes I mutter to myself so I can make the graphics, but I didn't do that. But yeah, I'm going for straight on the front, parallel toe, and then I'm just having a little smidge in on the rear. That's what I'm trying to set.
All right, we've arrived at Darkside for some dyno testing. The car is, oh Tom. The car is not 100% ready for the ring. I was hoping to go on Monday, it's Saturday today, but I'm going to postpone that a little bit, I think. But we're just going to see what it does. My AFR gauge seems to suggest that this may not be a suitable air filter that I've got on it, but we'll see. I've only brought a few things to test, like not a lot. How are you going with that clutch, Tom? All right, guys, so we're doing a dyno test. All right, guys, I always say YouTube people speak, and I don't like it. All right, so we're in the Darkside dyno. We've got the results from when I was here with my race car before. And I mean, the dynos, we know dynos, right? We're all intelligent driving enthusiasts. We know dynos are just really good for, you know, monitoring changes and stuff. Yeah,
Remember they are tools.
Remember
they are
tools. Dynos are just tools, right? But of course, we want to know, what power is it, mate? That's what we want to know, right? Yeah, but we've got AFR stuff logging, and you know, that's the big thing with the math on these. And also we've got a big fan ramming cold air into there. Maybe we should do with the boot closed, and we can check the IATs and stuff. And yeah, I'll turn it on. I think maybe we'll do boot closed, and then we can see if it gets to more than 50% of ambient, then we'll open the boot. Yeah, this is still, I've not finished this yet, but we need to test it. All right, but yeah, so last time my old car made 145 peak after 4 runs. This dyno's you know, it's not here to be your friend, right? It's a tool. Yeah. we've completed a few runs there in the car. Thank you very much, Tom. No worries. We're just having a quick look at the results here. So we've got three plots on the graph at the minute, right? We've got old car, old setup, new car, old setup, and new car, new setup. And obviously, I hope you can work out what the differences are between those three different plots. But the interesting thing, you may notice the numbers are roughly the same. But the interesting thing, so let's look at this blue line, right? So this is the old car, right? This is my old race car. Look, it's all over the shot, right? So it's quite a lot bit lower earlier on, but when we had a few, we've got about 4 or 5 different runs from the old car, and they were all so inconsistent, weren't they, Tom?
Very inconsistent.
The old engine was
all over the place,
right?
All over the place. Never could get a same exact run.
No, it was all over the place. But with that old setup, so my old hacked together 2ZZ intake on this car, look at that. How strange to have exactly the same power. Yeah, we'll see if there's a big pool in your floor there, right? Cool. Right, okay. Thanks for your time, man. We'll be good. Don't worry about it. We'll be good. Morning, everyone. Super quick introduction. One of you commented recently asking me to make a video about my trip driving over to Europe to the Nürburgring, and yeah, I'm actually going with a mate this time, so I'm not going solo, so maybe things will happen. I don't know. If not, we're driving over to Germany today. It's just shy of 7 AM in the morning, a Sunday morning. We're driving to the tunnel, nice and close to the tunnel where I am now, and we'll be driving through France, Belgium, Netherlands into Germany, and yeah, hopefully be on track today. So we've got Adam, he's got an MG ZS 180, as you can see. I'm in the MR2, and yeah, let's go to Europe. Now we're somewhere in Belgium, I don't know where. We've avoided Brussels pretty well, but that means that we have to go through a police checkpoint, which I don't really fancy. I mean, I've seen people posting these days online, like the police in Germany are impounded. I mean, I'm sure these people, there's usually more to the story, right? But I mean, I read a story about a guy getting his car impounded because they thought it was too loud, right? And I mean, my car's not that loud, but oh man, I've just got so many things to worry about these days.
How do you handle anxiety? Just don't worry about it, mate.
Anyway, we got to the Nürburgring, unloaded our stuff, had a little bit of food, and then went up to the track. So let's go out and see how the MR2 is on its first laps of the Nürburgring. Remember, we've changed so much from before, but if you didn't see any of that, we've got short ratio gearbox, full roll cage, quote-unquote race car interior. Hopefully a lot of the changes are visual, and sorry that the gauges, the AEM gauges, are flickering so much. In hindsight, I could have probably fixed this with some camera tweaks, but I'm only just seeing it now, so apologies. But you have got the data on the head unit, so there's a little table to show you everything that's going on there. The coolant temp, intake temp, the GPS speed, which is in kmh. I think I do change that to miles per hour after this day. Air fuel ratio, oil temperature, and oil pressure. Anyway, I think the biggest difference that you'll be able to see visually, other than the extra grip that we've now got in the corners, is going to be the short ratio gearbox. For this first lap, we're just going to be doing a little steady-ish drive around with Adam, but then I go out for another lap on my own to really start pushing the car. Not too much, because we've got a track day tomorrow, but I just wanted to lean on it a little bit and see if anything broke. First, however, I need to find my card. I've just dropped it in the footwell. Great start. There's been a lot of talk in my comments on some of these videos about how the Nürburgring's changed, and it definitely has changed. We'll talk more about it over the next few videos. You know, I spent a month there, so I've got a good insight, but there's definitely a lot more rental cars there these days. That's one thing that really stands out, which is a good thing and a bad thing, I guess. It gives people the opportunity to drive the car if they're flying in, to drive the track, which makes it more accessible, but the downside of that is that I guess it makes it more accessible. So like like I said a moment ago, the standout feature of the car now is definitely the gearbox for me. Just listen to this 56th gear change.
Molto bene.
Halfway through the day, just about. Just having a little pit stop here. Got support vehicle MGZS 180. Adam's been trying to do some filming for me as well. You actually captured a really good moment where I lost the back end and nearly met the Brightshire Bridge.
I'm a better cameraman than I'm a driver.
You are very good and nice cameraman. The car is going well. There's just a few teething problems and it just driving so differently. I've got down to an 813, which is, you know, pretty strong. I don't know where I'm going to get 13 seconds from to try and get closer to 8, but we'll keep driving. There's certainly, you know, a second here and a second there, but the fact that we might be under 810 with a good lap is still like a mighty achievement. Awful sounding car. Awful. Yeah, awful. But now the car's all right. I mean, I've been trying to just, you know, I've got so much more grip now, but I just need to use it, right? And then the car's diff and the gearbox and everything. The gearbox is still, like I said earlier, struggling 54th, and it's, you know, I'm not having the smoothest shifts, but I can certainly get on the power nice and early, and yeah, the drive is really good. It's a really capable car now, and yeah, I just need to keep lapping. But like I say, it's the middle of the day now, so it's kind of peak temperatures and stuff, and maybe towards the end of the day we'll be able to get a faster lap in. But I've just had to top up the tank because we ran out of fuel. The car's using way more fuel now than what it did in standard form. I mean, there's obviously the air filter and stuff, and the MAF, it's definitely running a little bit richer than stock, and it's making more power, right? But also, you know, it's just using a bit more fuel, maybe with the gearbox as well, whatever. But it's definitely not as efficient as what it was before. I reckon I've done about 8 laps, I think, to a tank.
I mean, if you're only looking for 13 seconds, you could just put these tyres on instead.
Oh, of course, yeah. Adam's, you can probably tell by his hat. He's, yeah, whoa, what hat? No, that sounds awful, doesn't it? I'm sure you won't mind. These people don't watch my videos. The only people that watch my videos have cars like this. Maybe the 36 Touring. Oh, there's a Honda over there as well. Yeah, no, those don't worry, we're safe. All right, well, I'll go and do some laps still, but the temperature's definitely against me. I'm struggling with a bit of understeer on the slow speed stuff, right? So I was thinking of putting the rear roll bar on a stiffer setting. I'm playing with the dampers and stuff as well, but I'm actually gonna not do that because it's actually so stable on the high speed section. Obviously I don't have a wing or any aero, but I'm still, you know, really fast around, what's it called? The double right hander, and almost flat around, is it flood plats? Almost flat around there, which is, you know, obviously we're flat through Foxhole and everything. I'm actually hitting the top of 6th now.
Nice.
131 topping out. I'm just clipping it a few times. Like, I don't think it's costing me any time.
So
I'm
it's literally
using
made
all
for this circuit, and they get those ratios.
Oh yeah, really happy. I mean, I did think they'd be a little bit longer than that. I thought they'd be able to do 134 mile an hour. It turns out I can only do 131, but I mean, still, it's just a 140 horsepower car doing 130 mile an hour. GPS is certified. It's pretty good.
Right, we're back out on track then for what will be my last session. If you're getting a bit sick of the clips, then there will be a full on board of the fastest lap coming in a couple of days, raw, unedited, just with some telemetry over the top. But yeah, I managed 1.5 laps on this session, so this is the first one. Another attempt to try and chase 911. This one didn't do the silly curbs though, which was nice. Although I think I got a stone chip off this one a bit later on. One of them gave me a stone chip, but it happens, doesn't it? And now we're on to what will be my final lap. I'm not showing too much of this section on this video because in the MR2 it's pretty boring, but just for the sake of what's about to happen, I'll let it play so you can get a bit of a feel for it. I'm flat out all the way here. I top out about 108 miles per hour, I think, but what you'll see is that I have a problem on a corner which some of you may recognize from some previous DC2 crash Nürburgring videos. Yes, the corner where the car lets go is the same corner where the fuel tank let go on my Integra 8-9 years ago. Yeah, that's mad, that, isn't it?
Well, that's awkward.
So the feeling through the car was just a complete loss of drive in any gear. Just nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
I got broken a... Maybe, I don't know, something's broken. Gearbox.
So I wasn't really sure what to do here. In hindsight, I should have rang the Nurburgring number. They've got a number to ring. But I thought that was only for serious accidents and stuff. I had the number in my phone, but I didn't have any data, so that was annoying. Like, obviously you're in the woods here, right? You're in the mountains. If you're expecting good data at the Nürburgring, then you're going to be disappointed. But I did have Dale's number, so I tried calling him, but I couldn't get through the first time. This is when I attempted to get out of the car and see if I could have a quick look, but then the car started trying to roll away, the classic Toyota MR2 handbrake.
This is not good. I don't want to have the brakes on because they're fucking hot, but I can't stop the car any other way. And the handbrake's not fucking holding the car.
Luckily though, I managed to get through to Dale the second time, but before that had even connected, the recovery team were already on site.
There's no data on my phone. The only number I have is Dale Lomas, who is working today, but maybe he's not looking at his phone. Ah, Mr. Lomas. I've broken down at the top of Kesselchen and I've not got any data. Oh, E-Unit's just arrived. E-Unit's just arrived. No worries. We're here. Alright, cheers mate. Bye.
If you're curious, the time for them to get there was a little over 6 minutes, which I think was pretty good. They must have spotted me on the cameras or something and then sent the E-Unit truck out to assist.
E-Unit has arrived to save the day. Hello.
Hello.
I lost drive.
Lost what?
Lost the gearbox.
Okay. And now?
No drive.
No drive, okay.
No drive.
Call the tow truck?
Yeah, I think so. Well, interestingly, I didn't actually feel the vibration that time, but it would be yeah, hard to ignore and hard to put two and two together there and suggest the vibration that I was feeling at flood class before was my inner CV starting to go, and now it's gone. These are all shafts that I've rebuilt, and the way it's failed, I just had a quick look there. We can have a better look later, but
judging by the way it's failed, it's probably something to do with the assembly. So looks like maybe a circlips failed or something like that. I didn't put new circlips on. So yeah, that's good, isn't it? The drive shaft, the rebuilding the drive shaft was one of the last jobs I did. I had some new boots, that's all I did. I put new boots and grease on, and yeah, maybe that's what's failed. But the good news is I built spares, so we can maybe fix the car and go out tonight. Maybe. Other than that, it was going all right, wasn't it? I think we're going to drive the MG tonight, but at least it's a nice, easy fix. A6. Waiting for the tow truck. So it looks like they're going to lift the car rather than pull it. So I don't know why we bothered putting our towing eyes in this morning, but this is going to be interesting. I've never had this before. Sure, it'll be fine, right? Oh, it's probably lifted heavier than this before anyway. I'm in the truck. How fast is the truck?
90.
We were going down Whipperman in the truck. Drive shaft.
Was a drive shaft?
Yeah, it weren't even vibrating that time. Must have been the pure power of the stiff anti-roll bar. Yeah.
Where did you break down?
You know the long uphill?
Which one?
The really long uphill.
Yeah.
Kesselchen it's called, I think. I don't know. Yeah, the top of there basically.
So, left rear drive shaft?
Yeah. Cool, thank you. Well, the car's broken, but the beauty of the track day is we don't have to pay for recovery.
Also, I got you a great thumbnail, I think.
Yeah. So, well, it's great action. It's very clickable when the car's dangling from the tow truck, isn't it? Right, should we go and get some bits so we can fix it? We've still got an hour.
Fix it in time?
Yeah, we've still got an hour before
Cool,
TF.
let's do that then.
Alright.
A few moments later.
What are you doing on the floor, Dan?
Contemplating life. This is not fun to do on a gravel car park. It's been absolutely awful.
What was the issue?
I can show you the issue. That's I think the circlip failed. That's probably why you shouldn't reuse them. Oh well. I mean, it's fixed now, but you missed all the drama, Adam. All the drama has come to an end and I'm resting now.
Sorry mate, I was in the pub.
You see how much I was sweating when I was doing this car? It's like 35 degrees centigrade. Centigrade? Something. Celsius? I'm fucking tired, man.
Well, you got to do another lap yet, mate.
Still got to drive you off
fucking MG, man.
What do you mean fucking MG? It's the best car here.
Highest clutch pedal.
It's the most reliable car in this car park.
Fuck my anti-roll bar drop link stuff. Because, once again, for the second time today, the anti-roll bar drop links have caught us out. And I broke it trying to remove it. So that's good.
Was it better though, with the stiffer anti-roll bar?
I don't fucking know. Maybe.
It was, wasn't it?
Probably, maybe. It didn't feel any worse. Didn't really get to push it, man. Like, it would have been nice to keep driving, but whatever. It'll drive again now, but I don't know how much faith I've got in my own work now. You know?
Probably more than I have.
Track should be fun. We'll see. But yeah, it opens in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, so let's get ready to rumble. Alright, we're about 5 minutes out. This top car park's getting pretty full. Right, let's drive. Well, maybe coming up to this car park was a mistake. Right cute to get out. My second lap here and the track was in pretty good conditions. It was a lot busier than what I thought it might be, but hey ho. The Porsche that was just off there, that's the first time I've seen someone put tyre shine on a car before going out on circuit. Yeah, that was a new one, might have to try that. But yeah, I'm just about to line up for my third lap here. You see I've got my ticket in my hand. I'm just about to go and scan the gate and go out again, but I looked down at the dashboard just at the right time and it seemed that for whatever reason a lot of lights were on. Like the kind of Christmas tree you might get when you first turn your ignition on. That's what my dashboard looked like, so I thought, oh, better pull in then. As I pulled in, the car cut out. So that was nice.
Well, that's not good.
Hallo! Weiterfahren!
Ja.
Lass dich nicht stehen bleiben!
Nein, das liegt. Just here?
Yeah.
Or maybe that's the alternator. Or maybe that's the alternator. What? I just noticed, look, I was going to go for another lap and I just noticed the lights on the dashboard and then the engine just died as I pulled in. What's happened? Oh man, that sucks. There goes my weekend's confidence that the car might work, but it's got to be related to that humming, right? Well, quite unlucky and lucky at the same time. Is that possible? Can we be lucky and unlucky at the same time? Shame we didn't have enough cough just to get up here. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? Just a bit more cough so that it wasn't immediately obvious, but our mate didn't seem bothered, did he? He gave me a nice little German push. And then, yeah, what's going on? I don't know, it's got to be related to that alternator wine though, right? Come on, coinciding, maybe? Anyway, obviously I don't have any tools with me. You know what, I was thinking of bringing the multimeter as well. I was thinking of bringing the multimeter, but I never did. So I don't remember seeing a battery light on the dash, assuming that works. It should work, right?
And I checked the voltage last night and it was putting out what it should be, you know. But I think there's no doubt there, right? And the alternator was whining, and now the battery's, I mean, I still had some voltage there when I reset it, but yeah, it's, you know, we know this story, right? It's going to kill the battery essentially. Yeah. I've still got actually Dale Lomas's, I've still got Dale Lomas's battery charger in the car. If only we could find a plug socket. I don't think there's one around here, is there? No. Yeah, that's not cool, is it? Where am I going to get an alternator around here for one of these on a Saturday? Right at the start of the weekend, man, come on. Right, we're going to try and limp it down to Vulcan. We've acquired a tow rope. So luckily, as I broke down, a couple of lads come over to say hello and that, and they sorted me right out, so thank you very much to the lads. But obviously I've got very limited juice with the lithium. It might start really strong, but then it might just die immediately after, right? And we know the battery is not getting any charge from the alternator. There's people all over the shop. Power steering's heavy, which is a good sign. Turn off. Oh, it's died. Just fucking died straight away. It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. This is fun, isn't it? My new mate Rory.
All adds to the experience, this, doesn't it?
Oh god. Well, the legends strike again. So the car obviously didn't make it very far at all, did it? So that's nice. The battery monitoring system will be turning the battery off because it's too low, right? That's just why it went off before. That's why it came back alive briefly. So the battery's protecting itself. The alternator's not charging. So Vulcan said to me yesterday I can come back at any time. So let's test that. We're gonna test that, Project Farm. Oh shit! No. I tried to turn the ignition off and the steering lock comes straight on. S54 power. Can we have a like and subscribe for Mr. Rory, sir, please? Mr. McElroy's done it in. Save the job. Sorry, a few hours have gone past. Fixed the MR2, it was a pain in the arse. Alternator, bad job on this. It's a front wheel drive engine right at the back of a car, so, but yeah, and then just been playing on the simulator. It's been fun, and doing a little bit of your 190. Yeah, and it's almost ready to just go on wheels now. Look at that. It's got a rear axle again. Yeah. Looking forward to that. But the question remains, how many laps can we do this weekend? We're on 5. That's not as many as what I thought it was going to be, but tomorrow's a new day, so
Should be a good weather too. So.
Yeah, and the track opens at 8, so let's go and get some sleep. Thanks to Vulcan Alpha for the assist.
My pleasure.
Well, it's charging now, so that's good. That's what it's supposed to do.
I mean, it's an alternator, no?
Yeah, it's doing the alternating, and now it's going to work, right? But yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No worries.
Okay, so I didn't think too much from here and then just carried on with the lap. Obviously the MR2's not that fast uphill, but whatever. But it was the extra slowness caused by a bit of traffic in the carousel, which I saw the Porsche come in, I stayed to the right. But like I say, unfortunately that wasn't reciprocated once we started going downhill. That's cool. I think that's this trip done. We could have, there was a small chance that I might have got some pads yesterday. Look at all my shite. There was a small chance I could have got some pads yesterday, but it didn't turn out. And there's still a small chance I could get some, you know, regular road going pads and still lap on them until they die kind of thing. But with the gearbox sounding like it is, and, you know, the car's done pretty well on its 75 laps, but, you know, things are just getting a bit tired now, aren't they? So I think what I'm going to do is go home, do some work on the M3. Even the JZX is waiting for me as well back there. And probably come back with a spare gearbox for this. Farewell.